jacket.
That sucks.
Lesbian.
I like that in a woman.
And every other kind of deviant.
I love paying for sex.
This moral decay weakens our resistance to the onslaught of the communist masters of deceit.
We're a bunch of scumbags.
These abnormalities are corrupting the minds and the hearts of our children.
Jackass.
And yeah, we're back. Where have you been?
It's depressing and horrendous. It's awful.
A bunch of idiots.
Perversion for profit.
Here it comes! Here it comes!
The Opie and Anthony program.
El virus.
The Opie and Anthony.
God, that irritates me.
It's just like somebody took a bat to my brain.
We're the only radio show that makes you want to hate us.
Opie.
I want my coffee.
Anthony.
I want that fact.
Jim Norton.
I want Ozzy.
We are going to dumb this thing down to the point that we're going to be #1 with Down syndrome children.
Hysterical.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Oh, that's funny. I'm funny.
That's terrific. That's terrific.
We look like assholes right now, man.
You have something to say. I have something to say. All right, so let's just talk.
Do you want to kiss me?
Mom! I'm not the Lord. I have to do this now.
It was all because of this terrible, awful Negro.
Hey, man, welcome to the Opie and Anthony program. Spreading across America thanks to XM Satellite Radio.
Right.
Have you spread the virus today? I guess you haven't because it's too early to be spreading anything yet. Wow, we got lots to do today.
Oh, wreck of the day.
In a river.
There is a, one of those. Was that a wreck or was that just a flood?
Nah, that looks
Damn
like
it.
one of those flash floods.
They fooled me. Good morning.
Hello, Anthony. I caught up with Anthony on the sidewalk this morning.
Yes, we made it in. Actually, everybody all of a sudden converged on the building all at one time. Eric, Danny, me, Opie, all at the same time. Same place on the sidewalk. That rarely happens.
And that's when we usually start sharing our stories.
Our stories from our couple of blocks walk.
Or the day before, whatever.
Well, mine was the guy that I passed by today on my way in. Some black guy wearing one of those big Jamaican Jiffy Pop hats. Put their dreads in. Looks like Jiffy Pop when it's all ready. And he was across the street, and I'm waiting across the street. So he starts coming toward me, and he's limping real bad. With this real bad limp. And when he passes me, of course, I turn around and look to make sure, no shenanigans. Like he's not just passing me and then turns around and beats me over the head with a cobblestone or something. So I look, and the back...
Can I interrupt you for a second?
Uh-huh.
If he did hit you over the head with a cobblestone,
yeah,
would you be waking up hearing Christmas music or maybe, I don't know, maybe some Halloween songs?
I don't know. That's probably Halloween, like after Christmas. Like I'm going 2 years.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, you can't get hit with a cobblestone and just pull out of that one.
And for all the people around America going, man, you guys are paranoid. No, this happens in New York.
It's New York. You got to look out.
Some lady was just minding her own business one day a couple of years ago, and she got a brick over the head.
Yeah, big brick just
from a
slammed
homeless
over her
guy
head.
For no reason.
She was just walking down the street. Homeless guy decided, I'm going to cave her skull in.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
So I guess you had that in the back of your mind. You see a guy limping by with a bloody leg, and you're thinking, all right, maybe something's going on here, and you've got to make sure he's not coming back for you.
I didn't get to the bloody leg part, Opie.
Well,
hadn't gotten to that part yet.
I'm sorry.
That's news to me.
I'm sorry.
But I turned around, and yes.
I'm sorry.
He had a bloody leg.
I'm sorry. Let me do this. Let me do this to myself.
Jesus Christ.
Well, what do you do? You tell a story, give that punchline, get it out of the way? Well, we're trying to be...
That was the whole shocker moment of it. Was I turned around to look. He was limping. He had a bandana tied around his leg. Tell him, Fred. And his leg was soaked in blood. And why don't you tell it?
Good thing this wasn't a phone call. That would have went, all right, Aunt, on the phone has a guy with a bloody leg trying around looking at him.
And I was feeling confident, and I figured I'd interrupt your story because I thought I had something to add, and what I had to add stunk. And then, and I assumed that you already said the bloody leg part.
No, I hadn't gotten there yet.
We are trying to be better listeners on this show.
That ain't working.
And obviously, I'm feeling miserably already. I'm sorry, Anthony. I really am. I really thought you said that.
He had a bloody leg.
And the bandana was what?
The tourniquet.
You think it was a tourniquet?
Yeah, it absolutely was. He had tied a tourniquet around his leg. It was soaked from, like, his bottom of his ass cheek, and it wasn't like he pissed himself or shit or anything, because it wasn't like the back of his pants. It was his thigh all the way down his pant leg. And he's wearing those thick denim homeless guy jeans, you know? They're real thick, and it was just soaked right through. And he's limping and walking, and I guess he went down into the subway.
Oh, good.
Because Danny was coming out of the subway, and he saw him limping down and figured he would avoid him at all cost. And, yeah, but it's just a typical morning in New York. Anywhere else, that would be huge. There would probably be people stopping him, saying, lay down, we'll call an ambulance. Oh, my God, this guy's been stabbed or shot or something. And here in New York, it's just like, I hope he doesn't hit me over the head with a brick. Oh, there he goes.
Or I hope he doesn't bleed on me.
Yeah, don't bleed on me.
You're so right.
And there were little dots of blood on the crosswalk and the sidewalk and stuff. Ah, there he goes. Another guy just shot or stabbed.
You just see so much stuff in New York City that after a while you're just like, I'm sure he'll be all right.
Whatever.
Whatever. Right.
Another homeless guy. Yeah, whatever. Who cares? There's no caring. I don't care. I didn't care.
And we were discussing in the office before the show that something goes on just before we arrive to work. Like, there's all sorts of stuff going on in the middle of the night in New York City. And then we get up a little earlier than most people, so we get to see the tail end of the craziness.
We're in the transitional phase.
The transitional phase between just animals just running around New York City at night. And then, the business people getting up and getting ready to go to work. We see the tail end like you described so nicely today.
That's what it is. It's the transition between the animals at night killing each other and drinking and having sex in the streets. And then the daytime where if you drive around New York, that's the Giuliani-Bloomberg New York. The one that is safe with a low crime rate and great economy, tourism, shoppers. There's people working, great working economy. That's the one everyone wants you to know about. But at night, and not at night like the nightlife, because that's cool too. We're talking the early morning hours when people lose their minds and when the kooks and criminals come out.
We're talking between, I would say, 2 a.m. and 5:30 a.m.
Yeah. They did something with the crime rate here in New York City, but it's not like because the crime really went down a lot. They just reduced the number of hours it happens in. It used to happen like all day and all night long, but now they've just reduced it where all the crime you could fit in happens between like 2 a.m. and 5:30 instead of, 10 o'clock at night where it used to happen, or, 8. Or even in the afternoon, if you went into Central Park, it was dangerous. Now it's all safe for those allotted hours, but there's that time period where look out.
Yeah, we got to make a list of all the crazy things we've seen on the way into work.
Oh, it's just
because you have a story almost once a week of something.
There's always something when I'm walking in.
Some weird little thing.
And this is just because a lot of people, I guess, wouldn't notice these things because they just walk, kind of tunnel vision. No. I'm constantly looking what's going on.
It's more than that. It's also because we're up just a little earlier than everyone else. I'm telling you. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's homeless people all over not all over. I don't want to exaggerate, but the one block that we kind of walk together in the morning, there's always a couple, homeless people still, sleeping.
That's where the subway grates are, I guess.
They're
right
not
down
being rousted
57.
up yet, you know.
Nope.
By the time the average businessman, businesswoman starts wandering around New York, all that stuff is cleaned up. The cops are rousting up and telling them to sleep somewhere else.
Well, they're just waking up the homeless when we're walking by.
Who the hell is Mark Patrick?
So they're taking leaks. Huh? What?
I don't know. Sorry.
They're taking leaks and dumps like anybody else does when they wake up in the morning, you know? First thing. So you see the homeless guys waking up and they're pissing on mailboxes and driving through people's backyards.
Sorry, Anthony. Jim in Virginia, what's up?
Hey, morning, fellas. How y'all doing?
Jim.
Good.
Hey, listen, I was switching over during a commercial yesterday and picked up the MLB channel for a second. Mark Patrick took a shot at you guys.
Oh?
Apparently, Rob Dibble was on yesterday. Great interview, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
And, they said to Mark Patrick, we heard Rob on the show, and Mark Patrick said, oh, you're the one guy listening to Opie and Anthony. It's time to call in an attack, fellas. Punch down.
Who is Mark Patrick? What does he do?
Never heard the name in my life. What does he do?
All
right.
Is he an ex-player?
Mark Patrick? Who's Mark Patrick, man?
on the show.
Oh, we had Mark Patrick on the show?
Yeah, remember?
Did he enjoy himself?
This is the morning show on the baseball channel.
On Home Plate?
Yeah. We had him on...
Home Plate, you know that?
Yeah, XM 175.
Wow. I haven't a clue.
I like to know a little something about the company I work for.
I know where the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s channel is.
I love that channel, the baseball channel. It's a good channel.
All right, well, what...
Did we have him on?
Yeah, we had him on twice. Remember, he bombed the second time.
Oh, that guy. That's why we don't remember having him on. He didn't do too well the first time. Either.
Oh, boy.
He was the guy doing all the hacky radio and the hacky voices and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that guy.
All right, now I see. I knew there was some motive there somewhere. He probably heard from our listeners.
He probably made that comment as a joke or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, that guy. We'll leave him alone.
Let's find out what it's about first.
It doesn't matter, to be honest with you.
He's being a douche.
All right. So that's how it starts with a limping Jamaican.
Limping Jamaican who was either stabbed or shot.
And a little later this morning, Anthony, we got one of our pests coming in.
A pest?
Yeah, we had another assault on the media 2 days in a row. The assaults on the media are picking up big time.
It was at the beach.
The beach one.
Shark attack.
Yeah, there was a shark attack in Jersey, but there's a lot of people...
They don't even know if it was. They don't. And the newspaper puts a big picture of a great white with his big teeth. You know that shot you always see of the great white?
Yeah.
Shark attack in Jersey. And they're like, well, we're not sure what it was. Could have been a grouper. They're like, it could have been a grouper. A grouper or a great white.
Or
big
bluefish.
Difference. A bluefish?
The bluefish have some nasty teeth as well.
He needed the money! Oh!
So a kid's surfing and something took a bite out of his leg.
Yeah. And they're trying to, of course, get everybody scared. A lot of fear. They love fear-mongering the news. So they put, like, a big picture of Jaws. They say it was a great white. And then they show his ankle, and it's pretty bad for, an ankle wound. But it looks like something you could have gotten scraping on a rock or something, and they talked to some expert, and he said, well, it looks like it could be a great white. Great white? Get out of here. It was a rock. Guy scraped his foot on a rock.
Nah, it
doesn't make a good story, though.
It looked like something bit him.
You think?
Yeah, a little bite.
How could you tell what
nibble.
it was, though?
A little nibble.
A nibble?
Yeah.
Took like a little taste.
A little taste that, That's what happens with these
salty
these shark attacks. They take a bite and realize, this is not what I eat, and they move on.
Yeah.
But man, the news just losing their minds over this shark attack.
Yeah, they love
this
it.
quote shark attack. We don't know for sure.
They love the fear mongering.
But I guess the parents sent the picture of the wound down to some expert in, of course, Florida or something, and they said that it could very well be, like you said, a great white.
Yeah, his name was Matt Hooper. I think the expert sent it down to.
So, of course, the news people all over the beach. Where was it? Long Beach, New Jersey or something like that? And old Pat Battle. She's been doing, news for New York.
Pat Battle.
The black lady, I believe, right?
Dude, she's older than time itself. She's been around for a really long time. And she's doing a whole Oh, awesome. We're really getting under Howard's skin today. Sorry.
Oh, really?
The ADD's kicking in really bad today.
Opie.
Yeah, someone started to get through to Stern this morning about his XM commercial that we play, and Howard lost his mind. A caller on Howard's show mentioned the live read you guys play on him. A caller on Howard's show mentioned the live read you guys play of him promoting XM. Howard dumped out of the call, hung up on the caller, and said you guys should die. He seemed upset and was distracted. I sent Steve the clip. Get it.
Here we go. This is how we work now. We're
Howard.
Pests.
One more thing, and I'll let you go.
I was pleased to see that. It wasn't a beautiful ad. I don't know who their copy department is, but it got the job done.
Probably just, rushed in.
Howard. One more thing.
Yes, sir.
I heard, I was listening to the other satellite company. My friend has the XM.
Right.
And, those two doing a commercial.
Who cares? Let them die. Let them die. That's it. We don't care. I bleep that off, and I just let them die. That's all.
Oh,
we don't care.
He dumped out. That's so obvious.
We don't care. Dumping out, huh?
Can't handle it, huh, Howard?
Can't take it. Oops.
Yeah, he doesn't care, all right.
Yeah, come on. All comers. Come on. I'll take you on. Oh, dump out of that. Well, I don't even want to acknowledge. Let him die.
I did hear, because we do have a lot of people that are, friendly with us still at the old company.
Uh-huh.
And it's driving Howard nuts that we have a commercial of him doing, an XM read. And, the company's not going to help him at this point. In the old days, they would shut us up and make us stop playing the ad. But they don't care. Yeah. So we're allowed to keep playing it, and Howard is just fuming. And he's losing his mind, but there's nothing he can do about it. And obviously that caller got through to talk about it and see what Howard thought about the whole thing. But Howard decided to dump out and say that we should die and that he doesn't care.
He doesn't want any confusion is what it is. He's, he's a little nervous about the move, and he doesn't want confusion with anybody where he's going to end up. And all that commercial spot does is confuse people. They tell their friends that don't have satellite, oh, yeah, I heard, if somebody's friend, somebody has XM, their friend is a Howard fan, and they go, yeah, Howard's going to satellite? Yeah, I heard on XM. I heard the commercial. Because believe me, that stuff happens. People get confused. So they buy XM, and that's got Howard livid. Just livid.
And the company is livid.
Yep.
But there's nothing they can do about it.
No, of course.
Radio, this is what's getting them really pissed off this morning.
If you're planning a road trip this weekend, it's time to take XM satellite radio along for the ride. XM gives you 100% commercial-free music. It's the ultimate playlist with channels for album rock, alternative, heavy metal, hip-hop, unsigned bands, blues, jazz. There's an XM channel for everyone in the family, including the biggest names in news, sports, talk, and comedy. All in digital quality sound for less than $10 a month. No wonder it's the most listened to satellite radio service. The XM Roadie from Delphi can turn any radio into an XM radio. It's the smallest satellite radio ever, so it looks great on your dashboard. Plus, for a limited time, you'll also get a free home kit, so you can connect XM to any home stereo. XM makes a great graduation or Father's Day gift. Check it out. Electronic stores, including Best Buy and Circuit City. Beyond AM, beyond FM, it's XM satellite radio.
Ah, thank you, Howard. And once again from this morning.
Howard, one more thing, and I'll let you go.
I was pleased to see that. It wasn't a beautiful ad. I don't know who their copy department is, but it got the job done.
Probably just, rushed in.
Howard, one more thing.
Yes, sir.
I heard, I was listening to the other satellite company. My friend has the XM.
Right.
And, those two doing a commercial.
Who cares? Let them die. Let them die. That's it. We don't care. I bleep that off, and I just let them die. That's all. We don't care.
Yeah, you don't care.
We don't care. We don't care.
You really don't care, huh,
I don't care.
You really don't
care.
care.
He doesn't care.
I don't care. I don't care. My jokes don't go over. I don't care.
Boom, boom, boom.
I don't care. I don't care. He doesn't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. He doesn't care.
Tell him, Fred.
Care. I'm happy-go-lucky. Women call me plucky. I don't care. I don't care.
He's not stopping.
It just keeps going on and on.
Oh, my God. It's not funny anymore. I don't care.
The best part is when he goes zoom, zoom, zoom,
Zoom, zoom, zoom, boom, boom, boom.
Anyway, so we had another assault on the media yesterday. So they're doing the story on the shark attack in Long Beach, New Jersey.
Yep.
And Pat Battle's doing a serious report on the shark and the bite. And all of a sudden, behind her,
you see out of one little
beach.
corner, you see a little person start making the move, which is personally my favorite part of any assault on the media, is when you just see him come into frame. Real far away, they're back there because you know what's coming, and that's the first sign of him. And you see him, right-hand side, lower corner, you see him pop in, and then comes right up behind the reporter with an Opie and Anthony sign, homemade
Opie and Anthony sign this time around. Opie and Anthony really big, and the nice XM logo right in the middle, Anthony. Here he comes running up the beach, right behind her. She's trying to do a serious report on a shark attack, just being a pest.
Yeah, I love it.
Good job. That guy's coming in later today. You can see the video up on opieandanthony.com. The guy has just a huge smile because he knows he got the job done, too. Look at
real
this.
serious report trying to get everyone scared. In these very waters,
and
a shark attack. And there he is.
You see the kid running up the beach, Jimmy?
Here he comes.
Look at the pest. Opie and Anthony XM. and then he just stands there smiling with his shirt off and his sign going, you can't do nothing about this.
Didn't he have Speedos on, too?
Yeah, it looks like he had a Speedo on.
Wow. That one's pretty funny. It's up on opieandanthony.com for your viewing pleasure.
That would have been good if the cameraman or somebody involved with the station would have tried to chase him, because it's so funny watching people run in the sand. Yeah. Especially a guy holding a camera.
Well, you know what? They deserve it, the media, to actually go to the beach. And that's not a story.
No.
How about being honest, saying, yeah, speculation there was a shark attack, but we just don't know yet.
Yeah, we don't know.
That's the truth.
Sharks in these waters off New Jersey. A danger this summer? Shark attack. Could it happen to you?
Not even.
Tune in.
They don't even tell you it's Jersey. They make sure the whole listening area is paranoid.
Shark attack in our area. What?
Can you be in danger? Hey, man, I swim in a pond in Pennsylvania.
I live on a lake.
Right, I live... right.
Sharks in lakes, lake sharks. What?
Right.
Really? I'll have to tune in.
And for you people that swim in ponds, are you really safe?
Yeah, are you safe?
Shut the fuck up.
And the answer is yes. Yes, you are. But they don't tell you that.
Well, they'll tell you at like 10:58.
A hidden danger. Yeah, shark attacks at the beach. You live at the lake. Is it safe? A hidden danger you may not know about.
Right.
What? I may not. Well, actually, I don't. I don't know about that danger.
Well, I better watch the whole news.
I'm going to have to watch now, damn it.
And just before the fluff piece, they're going to finally give me the answer I need.
Got to be coming up next, right? No? I'll have to wait another commercial break. Find out what the danger in the lake is. Bastards.
Oh, that would have been funny. Rob in New Jersey. Go ahead, Rob.
The only thing that would have made that assault on the median better is if he would have had one of those fake shark fins on his head behind her.
With Opie and Anthony written on it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You know, eventually we're going to have to take this to the next level. We were kind of hinting about that yesterday. I mean, these assaults on the media, they're so much fun to watch and download and all that. But I think we really need to start getting some costumes involved.
Well, yeah.
Some silliness.
It is a lot more fun when something happens unexpected. Like the assault on the media, you're expecting the sign that says O&A. And believe me, we're not complaining at all. We love it. The guy yesterday did a great job.
Perfect.
But you're expecting, the sign and the O&A XM satellite radio. But you'd never expect the guy in the gorilla suit. When we saw that guy, it just makes it that much more funny and enjoyable.
What about the guy in the Gumby suit?
The guy in the Gumby suit. There's
there he
the
is.
picture. Eric just popped that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, a guy in a Gumby suit. There's another guy with some kind of light-up hat. Just a lot of fun little props that could be incorporated in. Obviously, that guy was at the beach and saw the camera crew there and was very resourceful. kind of MacGyvered things there and got the sign together. So that was cool. But, yeah, we would love some kind of real distraction.
It's so funny because these reporters think they're safe, but they're just not. Our pests are everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
One of our pests got through to Howard today.
They're just pests.
And just wrecked his morning. Now he's going to have a horrendous show once again.
The pests, they call up Don and Mike and talk about Don's dead dog. It's just hysterical.
They're pests.
So annoying.
Jimmy came up with that term, and I love it.
Pest.
Coming soon to the Opie and Anthony program, your official pest T-shirt.
Oh! Official.
We're merchandising the shit out of this show.
Oh, every little catchphrase.
Why not, man? All right, I got something to play, and I don't want to wreck a joke twice, or wreck two jokes in the first segment. I apologize once again to you, Anthony.
It wasn't really a joke. It was just
not a joke, but a nice story.
The shocking moment.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
He was bleeding.
Didn't matter. It just kind of saved everybody the trouble of just listening more. It got to the point quickly. I liked it.
Get to the point. I was off my drama.
I was going to explain what
my drama.
I was going to explain what this little piece is that I was about to play, but I think that would take away from.
That could. Yeah.
So I'm just going to hit play and let the fine folks enjoy this. Okay.
All righty.
Look, he started to touch me. He started to grab me. I told him to stop. He didn't stop. I hit him back. And then he got really angry. He pushed me out of the car.
What do you want, fucko? You want something? Huh?
What are you doing? Fuck!
I broke my knee, man! Fuck! I swear my fucking mother, if you touch her again, you're dead! Oh, hold my hand, man. I gotta squeeze something.
Fuck!
Who saw that coming?
That's a good one.
That's a really good one.
Anything from Goodfellas is good. More
Henry
gooder.
Hill and Bob Kelly getting together.
Yeah.
Yes, that was Harry T. And just when you thought the Bob Kelly remixes were dead, getting to the point of overplayed, that little beauty came in overnight from Harry T. Very good job.
Just when you thought it was dead as dead. Pulp Fiction.
I know. I was trying to remember.
Coke is dead as dead. Dead.
Okay, we're going to take our first break, Anthony.
Yeah.
When we get back, we got lots to do today. We really do. Russell Crowe and Letterman last night.
Yeah, I guess they were kind of discussing his little altercation at the hotel.
Right. We also have Brad Pitt with Diane Sawyer.
Ooh.
We have Tom Cruise on Oprah.
Yeah.
We have Bin Laden's niece. We haven't gotten to that yet? Oh, my God.
Not yet.
Okay. That'll be some interesting listening.
Cousin Brucey is in negotiations with someone.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the big news.
We better get on the ball over here.
Which politician is that? That's
Chuck Schumer.
Is it Chuck Schumer?
Ugh. Chuck Schumer. This guy is the biggest publicity hound.
What an ass.
He goes to the... I saw this guy. What is he, a senator?
Yeah.
I know him and Hillary just hang out
together. Oh,
he
has his head buried up Hillary's ass.
He's a senator or something here in New York, I guess. I was at the Oyster Fest.
If Hillary is O&A, Chuck Schumer is Jim Norton.
Wow.
Just jumping on the coattails.
Everything she says, he goes, okay, sir. Okay, sir. Good point.
This guy
I'm teasing, of course, Jimmy.
You're absolutely right. Please, I didn't think I picked up a fledgling radio show. I did my research.
This politician, Anthony, he loves seeing his name in lights, loves seeing his name in print, loves seeing his face on TV.
Mm-hmm.
I was aware of that when I went to the Oyster Fest in Oyster Bay, Long Island.
The Oyster Fest?
Just a dumb little thing where you eat oysters, drink
beer. Did you see
beer.
Jackie there?
Actually, yeah, that's where I met Jackie for the first time. And then I saw him a few times after that. It turns out he's a really nice guy. And, you just eat oysters, you drink beers, you check out some music, you eat some other type of food, and you people watch, right? No real big deal. It happens every year in Oyster Bay, although I think they took the beer away.
Oh, of course. Take any fun away.
And Chuck Schumer was there. to shake some hands and kiss some babies as these politicians do.
Yeah.
He had people walking with him with huge signs saying, "Do you want to meet Chuck Schumer?"
And they were his people.
His people that walk with him. So you can't help but see these huge signs because they're holding up as high as they can above all the people. And in the middle of these signs is Chuck Schumer.
As in, look at me. Around, and if someone recognizes you and comes up and wants to comment,
of course,
that's fine.
Of course,
drawing attention to yourself.
Of course, but he had a whole, he had a staff of people, 3 or 4 people holding signs, like kind of in a square, and then he was in the middle. So anyway, Chuck Schumer, the senator of New York, has decided that it's really important to get Cousin Brucey a new job.
Yeah, he's spearheading this operation. I don't know. On the to-do list for New York, if you're one of the senators of the great state of New York, how far down is making sure Cousin Brucey gets his job? I think that's pretty low down on the priority list. I would say it's so low down on the list that you wouldn't have a minute for it in your schedule. This guy is just a publicity-seeking douchebag.
Well, he did this knowing it would get his name out there a little more, and people like us would talk about it. And, and the news stations are going to talk about it today.
We're playing right into his hands.
Of course. Basically, Chuck Schumer said he wants to find Cousin Brucey another DJ gig. I think Cousin Brucey will be fine. The guy is a multimillionaire. Yeah. I don't think anyone should be concerned about Cousin Brucey finding work.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. But he goes on to say, a piece of New York will be gone if he's gone, Schumer told the Post yesterday.
How about dealing with the piece of New York that is gone, the Trade Center, and getting together and actually agreeing on something and starting to build it? How about spearheading that? You hear all these little suggestions, but you don't hear one politician really digging his heels in and if I may say, digging his heels in, and really going for it, Making some noise that way. Christ, a DJ getting his job back? Where was he when we got fired?
Yeah.
Where was Chuck Schumer?
Yeah, a piece of New York
and getting O&A back on the air.
A piece of New York was gone about 3 years ago.
A piece of shit of New York.
That's what makes New York great, though. It's the variety of things.
Right.
So why just save the good stuff?
It's smorgasbord, isn't it? A cornucopia.
A piece of New York will be gone if he's gone, Schumer told the Post yesterday, hours after mounting a drive to save a slot on the airwaves for the Radio Hall of Famer. Cousin Brucey, an icon on New York airwaves since the late 50s, was let go after 20 years at WCBS-FM when the station with no warning announced a format change last Friday.
Put him over at the hip-hop station. That'd be funny. Hey, cousins, this is for all the darkies. Hey, cousins. I got my gat, cousins. Like we used to say in the 60s, hose them down. Hey.
That would be great. Can you imagine Cousin Brucey on a hip-hop station?
Cousin Brucey gets hired by the hip-hop station.
Doing shootouts to all the homies.
Hey, here's a 50 cent. Wee. Hey, cousins.
Schumer, who in his youth revered Cousin Brucey, then with WABC Radio, is acting every bit the obsessed teenager by banging out letters. He's banging out letters.
Oh, boy.
To New York stations, begging them to give the legend another shot on the airwaves.
How many stations would he be relevant at?
Well, guess who he's negotiating with?
Who?
Well, it wouldn't be this company. I could say that there's another satellite company in the papers.
Yeah.
They are apparently negotiating with Chuck Schumer.
How do you know?
I got my nose to the grindstone, as they say.
Cousin Brucey offered $500 million.
Yeah, by Sirius. It's around somewhere.
I am confident that there is some radio station that can make money using Cousin Brucey's great talents. He's a New York institution. Schumer is so intent on landing Cousin Brucey another job, he launched a Save Cousin Brucey poll.
Are you kidding me? This guy has this much time?
Even placing it under the top issues banner on his official Senate website.
Great. That's what we need in this state. That's what one of the senators should be working on. Getting a DJ his job back.
Where was he when you needed him?
Yeah, nowhere. We just talked about that, Jim.
I know.
I know you know.
I actually didn't.
So far, 2 examples I'm not listening already today.
No one listening.
In the first 40 minutes of the show. Maybe the listeners could point out other incidences.
Incidences, right.
Cousin Brucey may be on air in orbit.
What?
Maybe on air in orbit. It says that he's negotiating with Sirius Satellite Radio. That's all it really says.
Of
And then, of course, Chuck Schumer.
Well, he's probably talking with, I'm sure he's talking with somebody here, too.
I'm sure he's talking to
That's how it works.
Of
You don't
course.
talk with one satellite company and not the other.
Right.
You must play them against each other to get as much money as possible out of them. That's how the game works.
Well, Cousin Brucey has a lot of light on him right now.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Mel. Go ahead, Mel.
All
Toss him
right.
a few bucks.
We're going to take our first break, Anthony.
All righty.
Speaking of CBS FM.
Hi.
Remember the jingles? We got more jingles that came in today.
More jingles?
More jingles came in today.
I like the Greg and Tony show one.
The
How
one
does that one go?
It's the Greg and Tony show. The Greg and Tony show. Greg and Tony have Dr. Norton with, and I forget.
With sex advice.
Sex advice. Wear no bag. Get the HIV. On XM202 or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
See, it's catchy.
It's the Greg and Tony show.
Well, that guy redid his, and
That's
we got
kind of my favorite one so far.
I don't know which I like better, the original that you can't hear, or the new one. I'll have to hear both.
Yeah, the new one now, we just heard it before the show. The vocals are up front, you can understand every word, but I kind of liked not being able to understand it.
I'd like to take a little vote on a side-by-side comparison. That's just a thought.
And I want the Cousin Brucey poll also included.
Well, it's got to go
with
on the
that
site.
vote.
Steve, get to it. If you can navigate Foundry and get in there for 40 minutes, you'll find the Cousin Brucey.
Our phones just exploded again.
You
happened?
mean literally, not this time, not...
I don't know.
Not in the good way?
They just went away again.
Not in that good way.
All right, when we get back, we'll get into the jingles that came in overnight.
Like sand through the hourglass, so is the Owenday virus.
I really don't care if a stripper likes me or hates me.
I don't either,
less.
actually. And that's
But you're just really bothered by
It's just like, do your job.
It's just the whole thing that they're not just coming up to him and,
Being naked at all.
Yeah.
Just flash it. What the fuck is that? And that awful energy of a bouncer there. Like, what are we going to do, rape you in studio, stupid?
Well,
good point.
That's not really a bouncer. He plays golf with Rich Voss.
All right, he's a friend of ours.
Yeah. He's a 3 handicap. I mean, what kind of bouncer is he? I mean,
He drives the Rolls Royce.
he's good with a 9-iron.
Crack 'em.
Never. They don't think I'm funny. I do cancer
please,
jokes. They don't
say a
ever
word.
laugh at me.
When they do a lap dance, you fart. They'll fucking think it's funny when they
Strippers never think I'm
that
funny.
garlic coming from your muff.
Never. You know who thinks I'm funny? Fucking psycho fat chicks think I'm a hoot. Never fucking strippers.
A hoot.
Oh, that.
Oh, okay.
You know what though? Everybody's got to make a living.
That's right. Go do your thing.
Ah, man, whatever. Just fun with the captain left. That's all that really matters, you know. I like to entertain people. I'm lucky to live in a full life. Got a new place. You know, getting all painted. I feel good.
These girls
Fucking
hypnotizing
cunts. They
anybody?
always just fucking drain you, and they want nothing to do with me, and I know they don't. I know they don't. It's fucking annoying, and they can't even hide the fact how much they fucking hate my guts, which makes me sick. But then again, there's a certain honesty I kind of like about that. There's something about a girl just telling the truth which makes me feel good inside. You know, you have to love it. You have to love it. So what are those whores doing?
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading.
If someone get in the best of you. If someone get in the best of you. Has someone taken your base? It's real, the pain you feel. You trust too much, too fast. If someone get in the best of you.
And we're off to a great start this morning. It's the Opie and Anthony program. Still can't get over the fact that the senator of New York is trying to get Cousin Brucey a job on another New York radio station.
Yeah, I really do think the hip-hop station's a great place for Cousin Brucey to branch out. You know, he's done the oldies thing long enough. Put him on one of the hip-hop stations.
And for the people around America, he had a very unique delivery.
Hey, cousins. Hey, cousins.
That's exactly how he sounded on the air.
Yeah. I don't know what that means.
Everything was just, oh, well, we have
cousin. You got your cousin Brucey with you.
We do have the intro. This is his intro, and it's his actual voice, just to give you an idea of what he sounded like on his show. And he just babbled about nothing.
Uh-huh.
He had nothing really to say.
Nah.
He's famous for being the guy that played your oldies.
Yeah, play the oldies music.
I'm ready to rock and roll.
Cousin Brucey.
And as we said in the 60s,
As we said in the 60s, as we said in the 60s, What?
Scooby-Doo.
Did anyone say that in the 60s?
Nope.
Peace? You said peace?
Or maybe if you were on a bus and you said, get out of that seat!
As we said in the 60s,
we did say a lot of things in the 60s.
Hell no, we won't go.
Right, but one of them wasn't.
They said that.
One of them wasn't.
How's the Tate girl doing?
Right, that's something they might have said. Sure. Nixon's the one.
Yeah.
Remember that? The whole campaign for Nixon to be reelected?
John Duck.
Huh? I don't remember.
testing. Everybody loved the 60s. Say baby.
Baby.
With Cousin Brucey.
As we said in the 60s when we looked at thalidomide babies, Yeah, you should branch out now, though.
Yeah, maybe
we've done the oldies long enough.
Maybe work for Hot 97 and intro some rap songs like.
We're gonna put on some music for you, my niggas.
How about this one, Cousin Brucey? 99 problems.
Girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one.
99 problems, but the bitch ain't one. Yeah. Put your guns in the air like you just don't eat. Hose? I don't think Cousin Brucey would be able to sell this.
No, you don't think so?
All out of touch. I don't think the Cousin Brucey's listeners want to hear this either.
Do you know how funny that would be?
Now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
Straight out of Compton.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
NWA.
Straight out of Compton. Don't bust a cap in this animal on my head. Hey, cuz.
I'm sure Cousin Brucey will be just fine there.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about him.
All right.
Plenty of job opportunities for the cousin.
Now that's a jingle.
Uh-huh.
The listeners still don't understand what a jingle is, Anthony.
No, they're doing
a
promos, songs.
That's a jingle.
Announcements. We're looking for jingles.
And our listeners are sending in jingles for the Opie and Anthony program, and we got another, 11, I guess, overnight. Some are jingles, some are songs, some are, we don't know what they are.
Like announcements.
Announcements, right.
It's an announcement.
Can we all agree this is our favorite one so far? This one right here. Come on.
That's a great one.
So far, that's the best one that has come in. And that's from Tall Man. So you want to hear the latest ones?
Yeah.
They're interesting, to say the least.
Well, our listeners, I love the computer age, don't you? We put the word out, and you get these things the same day. See, they used to have to record them and put them on tape and mail them to you. Now you get them same day.
Right.
Sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad.
Sorry, I was interrupted, Anthony. Tom Cruise is jumping all over Jay Leno's couch. Because that's what he does now. He jumps on couches all over the place.
Now he jumps on couches, and I've seen this jump on the couch thing 5 times this morning so far.
You know how mad I'm going to be if he got scuff marks where I have to sit?
Oh! Wait, that's right. How dare he put his shoes on that couch when Jimmy Norton's going to be sitting in that very seat?
That damn Tom.
When?
Monday.
So, Monday. Hopefully they'll shampoo that.
That's right.
Actually, if it was me, I would just throw the couch out and order a new one. Could be some germs from his shoes.
Yeah, Jimmy's going to be on Jay Leno on Monday night. All right, here we go, Anthony. Here's the first jingle that came in overnight.
Maybe this is live on XM 202. It's Opie, and Anthony.
Too long.
Is that an accordion?
Yeah. Oh, wait till we get to the
accordion music. Okay.
Wait till we get to the barber shop quartet.
Oh,
there's a couple of those that came in.
Great.
Maybe this is live on XM 202. It's Opie, and Anthony.
I like how they're just pulling music from places and making the words fit. Because God knows where he got that from. Polka site.
Here's the next one that came in.
And now it's time for Scott Peterson's favorite show, Opie and Anthony.
See, that's like a news bumper. That's like what you hear at the beginning of the news show.
Right.
You know, now your reporters, your team news report.
Right.
You know? That's not a jingle.
With Dick Hertz on sports.
And then they put the picture of him smiling.
Oh, smiling.
They turn their head to the camera and smile. And weather. You know, hey, and he turns their head with all these wacky graphics going on behind him. And now.
It's Darky Free Radio on XM 202 with that possible trio of Jim, Greg, and Tony. Sponsored by Lucky Strike. This week on the show, Jim pulls pages out of Native Son. Brother Joe stops in to plug his band, Not Duke Ellington. Greg shows off his new skateboarding apparatus. And Tony discusses radar technology.
Kind of hard to hear.
A little hard to hear.
Going with the old-time jingle there.
You were talking about skateboarding.
Yeah, I don't know what Jimmy was
I was talking about radar technology.
And Jimmy was going to rip pages out of an author's book or something like that?
Yeah.
A Jelly Donut from whackbag.com came up with that one, Anthony.
Trying to give it that old 40s sound.
All right. Let's listen to this one. This one...
Again, not a jingle, though.
Right.
It's like a PSA film or something.
From New York City to San Diego, it's the Spuds Buckley and Bert Convy Hair Show, only on XM Channel 202, featuring media hits on sports and the Bill Dead Lady with the weather. I'm not kidding you, bitch. Produced by Ben's Hog, and critiqued ad nauseum on whackbag.com. Unless you have Rich Vossfinger, tune your XM radio to Channel 202. Bert Convy Hair and the Spuds Buckley Show.
I like that one. It's pretty good.
Bert Convy Hair. Where did he come up with that? How did I get Bert Convy Hair?
That's pretty funny.
Oh. It's true. When I am in need of a haircut, it does kind of puff up like Bert Convy's hair. Bert Convy hair. What a reference. Tattletales. The host of Tattletales.
The best is, unless you're Rich Voss, tune in.
Unless you have little Rich Voss fingers.
Yeah. Tune into 202. All right, here's the Greg and Tony show that we played yesterday, the improved version. Where
Tony show.
We could hear the lyrics.
The Greg and Tony Show, Greg and Tony Show, Greg and Tony got Dr. Norton with sex advice. Wear no bag, spread the hits on XM.
Yeah, I kind of like the other one better.
Do we have the original? It's a little harder to hear.
Yeah, okay.
It's creepier where you can't quite make out the words.
Oh, this guy's is this Pappy? The guy who did this one?
Yeah, Pappy.
Oh, he's a creep. Pappy. I don't know which one I like better. I like them both.
Well, here's the original that came in yesterday. Nope. Maybe not.
It's creepier when you can't understand it.
Yeah.
No?
No.
No? Hit it.
No.
Hawk.
I don't know what's going on.
Why isn't the CD player working? Click, click, click. Come on.
There we go. Thanks, Hawk.
The Greg and Tony Show, Greg and Tony Show, Greg and Tony got Dr. Norton with sex advice. Wear no back, spread the hood, it's on XM.
How come I can hear it perfectly fine now?
It's weird. Like it's almost like when you'd read Highlights magazine.
Yes.
And you'd be looking in those find something here.
Uh-huh.
Fine way to get the lad into your lap. Come help me look. And once you know where the things are, the little animals in the clouds, then you can't help but see them.
But
That's
that
the way
is
it is.
so obvious now.
Yeah.
It really is.
Greg, Tony Show, Greg. Yeah, I like that.
All right, here's another one that came in overnight.
I prefer the original.
And boom goes the dynamite. And boom goes the dynamite.
All right, it's the O&A virus spreading across America thanks to XM Satellite Radio. Gorilla noises, and boom goes the dynamite.
Ooh. What the hell was that? And then an abrupt fall off a cliff ending.
Right.
That stunk. That is the worst one yet.
All right, how about this one?
It's Norton and Friends. Brought to you by Mastering. You show us a porch, we'll show you a cock.
I think the guy was trying to ride on that good one that ends with "suck my cock." Not quite it.
That's Steve from Long Island, Anthony. The lyrics, if you want jokes about Ben's hog and Jimmy dropping a log, it's Opie and Anthony.
Oh, okay.
Just in case you didn't hear that. All right, we'll get through these fast. Let's try this one. Hijinks from Cape Cod.
O-N-A XM202 Norton drinks the tinker and eats the poo Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Bitch better recognize it's on XM.
Well, it's some kind of jingle format.
Yeah.
It is a jingle.
All right. 2 more to go.
No, not feeling it.
All right, and finally, it's Shannon from Toronto.
It's time for Norton and Friends.
I like it.
In the morning, Norton and Friends. In the morning, let's play Monster Rain. Opie is a shit dick.
Why?
That's not bad, right?
Not bad. Not a bad collection. A couple of real clunkers in there.
Do you like any of them?
It's
Greg. Tony Show. Greg. Tony Show.
You like that one?
Yeah.
That's my favorite, actually, of all. The other one's a close second. The suck my fucking cock direct.
What about this one more time?
From New York City to San Diego, it's the Buckley and Bert Convy Hair Show, only on XM Channel 202, featuring Meaty Kids on Sports and the Bill's Dead Lady with the Weather. I'm not kidding you, bitch. Produced by Ben's Hog and critiqued ad nauseum on whackbag.com. Lets you have Rich Vossfinger's Junior XM Radio to Channel 202. Bert Convy Hair and the Spuds Buckley Show.
That's not bad, right?
I like it a lot. It's just not a jingle, I don't
It's
think.
not a jingle,
But
no.
it's very good.
That's another one of those, like, news things, news intros.
Right. Well, there you have it. They're still coming in.
It's the Greg and Tony Show. That's a jingle.
Yeah.
And a good one.
It's getting, they're getting better every day, so.
Yeah, I liked it.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
I love the Bob Kelly Goodfellas remix. That is great.
That's a good one, too.
His stupid face hit with that gun.
Listeners get involved and start sending in their various talents. Very talented listeners we have, aren't they?
See, it's not easy to do this.
I just love that there's so many programs available now for anybody to do this. This is stuff that you can download for free now that years ago, you'd only get in a studio, Now anybody can do it. They throw stuff together. You can download the songs from the web, and everyone's a producer now. There you go. Why do we need Steve C?
We don't.
It's got, we got listeners out there that can put things together on their own.
Yeah, you used to have to go into a huge studio like Steve does.
Production studio,
and put things like that together. I remember we were flying out to L.A. with Peter Wolf, actually, and we talked to him a little bit on the plane. And he had a laptop. This is only 10 years ago, I guess, 95-ish. Yeah. And I remember asking him what he was doing. And he goes, I'm mixing my latest CD as I fly to L.A. And that just blew me away at the time.
Yep.
Because before that, you just didn't hear about people doing any type of production on a laptop, especially.
I thought what blew you away is that he actually had a CD coming out.
He actually, puts out some good CDs. That
Does he?
Yeah, commercially, no one cares, but are pretty interesting.
Mm.
But I was thinking to myself, wow, man, technology is just out of control now.
Yeah.
That this would be something where you'd have to be in an even bigger studio.
Yep.
With an engineer and stuff, and he's just doing it on his laptop as he flies.
And now every Pest has it available to them.
We love our Pests.
Make our jingles.
All right, Russell Crowe on Letterman last night, Anthony. Big incident here in New York City at the Mercer Hotel. Basically, he wants to make a phone call, and he hits some dude over the head with the phone, basically. It's on the front page of one of the papers this morning.
Well, he couldn't get through to Australia, and this is what I love about Russell Crowe. He took the phone out of his room, and
is that what he said?
Yeah, I'm just trying to but it just
Just turn it. Just turn it around once.
Wow, that is really loud.
I know. I asked for it to be
there you go.
I forget what might have been.
There you go. It's all good.
It's all good.
It's all good, Jimmy.
And what?
What happened?
Commenting on how somebody could fix it.
Oh.
A little inside joke. We're laughing to ourselves in here.
Russell Crowe wanted to make a phone call, and he couldn't make it to Australia to call his wife. But he ripped the phone out of his room and went down to the lobby.
That's where he got the phone?
Out of his room.
I was wondering where the phone came from.
I didn't understand that either. I thought he asked to use the phone behind the desk or something. And they, handed it to him, and it didn't work.
So he's up there trying to make a call. He gets all pissed off.
That's awesome.
Rips the phone out.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And down in the front.
And then marches. Can you imagine seeing Russell Crowe in the elevator with you, and he's got a phone that he ripped out of the wall, and he's just holding in his hand, going, what the hell is he going to do?
Yeah, what are you doing with that? Looking for a Spanish face?
Yeah, he found one.
And then
threw it at him.
And then he threw it at the guy downstairs that had
the guy
nothing to
gave
do
him
with
attitude, apparently. Apparently he talked to him. He probably went down and went, your phone is... You know how you're in a rage, you just want to bite somebody?
Yeah. Why can't I make a call?
Yeah, look
a simple phone call. It's 2005. I'm trying to call Australia, goddammit.
And the guy probably...
Sir, if you would calm down a second, I'm on the phone. Yeah, he was probably like, sir, I'm doing something. I'll be with you in a minute. Yeah, motherfucker. Poof, right in the face. Bam.
Yeah, those hotel employees really annoy me because they give you the... Well, if that's the way it is, sir. You
can't get through.
You impersonal fucking human voice recording. So we probably threw it at the guy's face. You struck a blow for all of us, Russell. Thank you.
Thank you.
To all of us who have stayed in hotels.
That's going to cost him, though.
And dealt with bad customer service. That's how you deal with bad customer service. Mm-hmm. You throw the phone at the man's skull.
That's classic. I had no idea he ripped it out of the wall in his room.
Coming downstairs, all huffing and puffing.
You know how mad you got to be to hit
his hand.
L with a phone in your hand and get off and still throw it at someone?
Yeah, because you got to sit there and wait. Yeah, the calming elevator music, and you just want to keep that rage. Motherfucker.
That's a great visual.
Can't get through to Australia, you motherfucker.
That awful elevator music, and you're just enraged.
Trying trying to keep the rage because you're pissed. You don't want to be calm until you find somebody.
You don't want to focus on the music and start tapping your foot like
tapping your foot.
Damn it, I'm not mad anymore. I love this song.
I know in the Park Meridian they have a TV in the elevator, right above the door, and they play like Tom and Jerry cartoons and Old Bugs Bunny and Charlie Chaplin. So it's hard to watch those and be pissed off. But a lot of the elevators, you would hear mellow music, and if you're angry and want to throw a phone at a Hispanic person, that might throw you.
All right, we got John on the phone. He's claiming to be one of the arresting officers. John.
Yeah, hey, what's up, guys?
Hi, John. You were there, really? Come on.
No, I swear to God, this isn't my real name, but I was there at the scene. I just wanted to explain the whole phone thing. It wasn't like a regular full-size phone that you find in the hotels. They have cordless phones in the hotel room. That's what he threw at the guy.
Oh, like a cordless phone, so it's just a handset.
Exactly. He didn't actually rip anything out of the wall, because when we got him out of the room, he still had the phone in his hand when we spoke to him. Real nice guy, real calm and pleasant. Wasn't as big as the news is making it out. Shocking that the media is lying and blowing it out of proportion.
Yeah, go figure that one. Front page news for a couple of days here.
Did you get a picture with him?
No, I'm trying to. I got a copy of his mugshot though.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, but he wouldn't sign it. He was like, nah, wasn't too keen on signing the mugshot.
We're a bunch of dopes. We're sitting here all excited thinking it was an old-fashioned phone that they had to rip out of the wall.
Yeah, those old, big, ringing phones.
When was the last time you were in a hotel room that had one of those old-fashioned phones that was hardwired to the wall? Just makes for a better story,
You know what hotel? The goddamn Tropicana in Atlantic City. Oh, my God. Update the place from the 1970s already. That is the worst hotel. It's the only one I could get. The only one that had rooms available on that weekend I wanted to go. It was after we left Washington. Pretty last minute. I wanted to stay at the Borgata,
Well, of course.
Kind of new. Of course. I get into the Tropicana, and they have a jacuzzi hot tub in the room that is from the 70s. It's like one of the first ones. The knobs and all kinds of instructions on the wall for it with these red light-up LED temperature gauges. The place hasn't been updated, and the phone was a wired-in, push-button, old, bring telephone.
At least you had internet access, though, with high speed, right?
There wasn't even a data port on the phone like the old hotels had for internet access. Not even that. I turned on my laptop and looked for any kind of Wi-Fi that might have been in the area. Nothing. Nothing.
I love when they say this, too, in these hotels, which makes me, again, I love Russell Crowe for this. Well, sir, we have some wireless high-speed in the business center, really? Do you understand why I travel with this clunky thing, you dummy?
Would you like me to go down to the business center and pull my hog out and start jacking off on your equipment?
You want me to download off Joy Angels and see log footage while I'm jacking off? I'll be more than happy to.
You don't have a problem with that?
Yeah,
I'm in.
Direct me to the business center.
Could you imagine everyone else using the business center for what it's used for?
Yeah,
you're sitting there
faxing something.
You're there just answering your emails like it's no big deal.
Downloading videos of that woman in the bathtub shitting on herself.
Oh, yeah, tub lady?
Tub girl.
Tub girl. John, anything else to add or what?
No, that was it. I just want to clear up the whole phone thing. I know it's good as thinking it was a full-size phone, but I'm trying to help out Russell Crowe because he was a nice guy that night.
That actually makes more sense than you're saying.
Obviously. It just seems funnier if it's a big phone and the wires dangling as the music being played in the elevator.
When I get down to that fucking lobby, he's a dead man. You motherfucker.
John still here?
No.
I actually wanted to ask him.
Anyway.
What did the guy say to him that made him throw the phone? Like, there must have been some interaction between them.
Had to be something.
Yeah, that's got to be on the police report.
You don't just throw the phone.
John, if you have anything else to add, please call back. We want to know what this guy said.
Yeah, you know he mouthed off.
Yeah, was he snotty? Was he snide? Did he go, well, sir, I'll give you one of those hotel employee answers?
You're not supposed to remove the phone from the room, sir.
Sir, I'll have someone come up. Yeah.
That would really annoy you. Sir, the phone is to stay in the room. All right. Now it's going to go in your face.
Well, he was on Letterman last night explaining some stuff. Let's go to the tape.
Now, tell me all about this. We see in the picture, the newspaper, it happened at a hotel. It's 4 in the morning. You're trying to call Australia. Is that pretty much what went on there? What was the problem?
Well, look, just now that if you've given me the opportunity, I'm extremely sorry for this whole incident, and I regret everything that took place. And, I've apologized to my wife. There's not many things that scare me in this world, but I'm absolutely terrified of disappointing her.
Right.
And
your son. You have a son now as well, right?
Yeah, little Charlie.
Yeah.
Thankfully, he's not old enough to quite understand what's going on.
That's good. Apologize to your wife, who you've done nothing but probably put in $1 million home. All she's got to say is, my husband, the Oscar winner's an ass. How about apologizing?
She's fucking Russell Crowe.
Yeah. What are you apologizing to her for? How about the fucking guy that's...
He doesn't apologize to
making
him.
$30,000 a year, who you smashed a phone in is probably deserving face.
What an ass!
I'd like to say
That's great.
I'm sorry to the Pope and to all the people. Shut up!
I think Nathaniel's trying to tell me he does apologize.
No, I probably figured he did.
In the second clip.
I know, but it's funny.
It is funny that he first apologized to his wife. Right.
Well, I didn't mean to jump in there. Let me go in there. Let me apologize to Danny and to Derek for having to hear that.
Let's go to Jason really fast. Jason, what's up?
Yes.
Hey.
Hey, I think Russell Crowe ought to do a live read for Vonage. I think he could have reached Australia with that.
Yeah, Vonage would have got the job done for Russell Crowe. Very good. Very good tie-in to the program, sir.
Excellent tie-in.
And our advertisers.
Maybe Vonage can write up a little copy about how if you want to keep a phone from flying into the face of an uncut immigrant, use Vonage. Or something to that effect.
See, if I was working for Vonage right now, that's the angle you take.
Right.
That's how you get your product out there.
Instead of getting mad and throwing the phone at someone's face, why not call from your home phone all the time?
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, especially for this program. Give us some copy that has some Russell Crowe stuff in it.
I think it's probably more effective to try to hit the immigrant in the face with the Vonage router.
Absolutely.
Also, than it would be that telephone.
That's right.
All right, let's
you
go.
don't feel like lugging around a heavy phone. That's good, right?
Let's go to the next clip.
Do you have trouble controlling your temper?
I have... yeah, I do.
Yeah. See, I used to have the same problem.
But at the same time, I also have, in the moment, infinite patience.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So... it wasn't just a thing that had come up. We've had 9 rooms in that hotel over a period of 7 days, and everybody was having the same problems. And without getting into the detail of it, bottom line is, I did something really stupid, and don't wish to ever repeat that again. And actually, while we've got the moment. I would understand that right at the moment that Nestor and his family would be under a great deal of pressure, and I'd like to apologize to them directly for that as well.
These are the people involved in the incident?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's very gentlemanly of you. Now, what will you do? You say you regret it and you don't...
Come on. He threw a phone at a guy.
Did Letterman... First of all, who asks the tough question. This is why I love Letterman.
Oh, no.
Do you have trouble controlling your temper? Way to get to the heart of the issue, Dave. And then he asked the guy, very gentlemanly of you, I like Russell Crowe. I, for some reason, don't like this man. But you threw a phone in his face, and you apologized. Is that gentlemanly and deserving applause from the audience?
No.
He got an applause break.
He did.
For his apology.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
What's the guy's name?
Probably Nestor.
Nestor?
Ugh.
With fiancée Roxanne Kramer? Yeah, interesting. And, he's on the cover of the papers, by the way, and he does have looks like some kind of wound on his cheek from the telephone. Think he's going to be filing a lawsuit?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be worth about...
make a few bucks here.
That'll be worth about...
100 G's?
A little more, maybe.
You think $250?
I'm going to go $250,000.
$250,000?
He's going to claim he needs some kind of plastic surgery.
And he has trouble...
getting hard-ons?
Every time a phone rings, he can't satisfy his wife sexually.
Right.
He realized how awful his name is once that phone hit his face.
Well, Russell Crowe goes on.
But they hauled you away. You went to the pokey. They put you in jail, right?
Yeah, and, I had some experiences that I really do not wish to ever repeat in my life. But, I tell you, the NYPD were, treated me very, as nicely as they could in the circumstances.
Right.
And
had you ever been arrested and locked up before?
Not in the United States of America.
Yeah.
This guy's hysterical.
Yeah. Oh, it's very gentlemanly of you.
Well, here's the question that everyone wants to know the answer to.
Oh.
Why he needed to call so badly.
It's not just the simple bottom line of I'm a tourist, I'm a guest in your country, I'm trying to fulfill my basic obligations to my wife, who needs to know that I'm at home, I'm in bed, I haven't had too much to drink, and that primarily important that I'm alone. As these are questions that every wife has the right to have answered every night, and that's my duty. So. And the time difference is really rough, Dave. If I miss out on calling her at that time, then there's a 20-hour cycle before I can call her again, and she's going to be wondering that whole time what I'm doing and who I'm with, and she wants to know. And
I got this figured out.
Perfect sense now.
And I would think in this case, being in prison would probably put her mind at ease.
I got this figured out. Anthony, I saw your face.
Yep.
This guy's a cheater.
Ding, ding, ding. Of course, he's a womanizing
in my opinion,
madman.
I think he might have been cheating.
You think?
And goes, holy crap, I forgot to call my wife.
I'm going to have to hit somebody with a phone and get arrested.
It's going to cost me $200,000 or so, but I got to hit someone now and claim that the phone wasn't working. Oh.
Could be.
Or something similar was that she had caught him cheating. This is a guess.
Yeah. Maybe
she caught him cheating and said, you better call me every night.
You call me right here at this time. And when you have to make a phone call and the call isn't going through, the frustration must have built up to a fever pitch with him.
And he said he had 9 rooms and none of the phones were working properly.
Yeah.
So the whole hotel phone.
He probably ran through 9 rooms to try to use every phone to try to call, and it didn't go through. Either he was cheating, or if he wasn't and was actually trying to call because he's got this arrangement with his wife that he has to call, he must have just been freaking out, like, oh my God, I'm going to get a fucking divorce because this guy, because the phone doesn't work.
Seems like he was covering something up.
What do you mean you only had 20 hours before you can make another phone call? When's the last time you went to call someone and said, oh, got to wait 20 hours?
20 hours. I guess probably she does stuff, so she's going to be away.
Please, Russell Crowe's on the phone. Who says I can't talk right now?
God, the Mercer Hotel could just bury Russell Crowe.
Nestor?
Just get a live news crew in there and just make the phone call and go, look, it works perfectly
Here it
fine.
is.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Beep, 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 beep. Hello?
Right.
Yeah.
So what are you thinking?
No, I don't know about cheating. I don't know. It seems like a pretty elaborate way to get out of it. But, I think, really, he has this arrangement because he is a dog. He's got this arrangement with his wife that he's got to call her. And he couldn't get through, and it angered him so much because it wasn't his fault. He wasn't cheating, but she's going to think he was. That whole guilt thing. And he'd lost his mind and had to throw the phone at this guy's face.
That was a very interesting clip. I haven't heard that. Very interesting. Something was going on. Something. All right, let's go on.
Will you have to come back? Will there be a trial as a result of this?
I really don't know what happens from this point on.
Yeah. And is there likely that this carries a jail sentence? I mean, the charge was, oh, my God. Well, you might go to jail for a longer period of time. Has that sunk in?
This is possibly the most shameful situation I've ever got myself in my life, and I've done some pretty dumb things in my life. So to actually make a new number one is spectacularly stupid.
Right.
Letterman's smarter than that. Russell Crowe's not going to jail for this. Stop, David.
Hollywood people don't go to jail
for play into
like
that whole fear crap.
You could kill your wife and you don't go to jail.
Russell Crowe's not going to jail for this.
The only way you can go to jail, especially from doing that show, is if you're a comic and you do an edgy joke.
Mm-hmm. All right, and finally, from Letterman last night.
I'm just getting used to being a husband and a father away from home, and it's that level of abject loneliness I'm just not used to at all. And if I could change this in any way, if I could turn it around, then I would do that. Hopefully at some stage I'll be able to, apologize directly to Nestor, but at the moment he's not answering his phone.
Well, he probably doesn't want a phone anywhere near his face.
Right.
Right.
He's afraid of the phone now.
You try holding up a phone to your bruised cheek.
And as far as I'd like to make this any better, you can. There's a little piece of paper with numbers on it, and your signature goes to the bottom.
Right.
That'll make everybody happy.
Paid to the order of...
All of a sudden, Nestor Estrada.
Yeah.
I got to write real small. $250,000.
He's gonna
XXXX 100.
Yeah. Because he's a PR. He might take that 99 cents. I bet you that he's gonna sue for $6 million. He won't get it, but he's gonna aim high.
No, you aim high and then you settle on.
It won't stink.
Jimmy.
No, it won't smell.
On a lower number.
That's what I would do.
All right, let's go to infected breasts.
Yeah.
Hi, B, what's up?
It's obvious he had a hot piece of ass waiting for him in the room, and he had to get this stupid phone call with his wife over with, and he was losing his mind because he was afraid she was going to leave and the phone wasn't working.
Well, maybe that's it.
I'm telling you, man, there's something that was going on.
You got a chick all set up, ready to go, and all you got to do, wait a minute, got to call the wife. And then you're trying the phone, and she's like,
no, honey.
Hurry up.
No, honey, I just got here, Yeah, a little tired, jet lag.
Gone to sleep.
Yeah, we might go downstairs, get a little bite to eat, maybe, hang out at the bar for a little while.
Yeah.
But I'm really tired. I'll probably be asleep in the next hour or so.
Yeah.
Just want to call and make sure that, I'm here safely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Russell!
Russell!
I'm waiting for you!
Yeah. Could have been.
Something. You got to think something. Something was happening. Let's go to Chandler. Chandler?
Good morning, boys. Morning, Jimmy.
What's up?
Hey, everybody's missing out on the obvious. Russell Crowe goes to prison and gets a phone call. Also, do you think Banana Phone was playing when he was going down in the elevator?
No, you're not escaping. You're not escaping from the first sucky joke.
What was the first one?
And the second one, even worse.
I'll punch out this.
The first one...
Wait, sir, what was the first one?
Sir, what was your first joke?
Russell Crowe went to prison and got to make his phone call.
What was the second one?
Do you think the Banana Phone was playing when he was going down in the elevator?
That was the first joke? The whole thing?
No, that was the second joke, Jimmy.
But it said on the screen you wanted to talk about how Letterman has no balls.
Well, he doesn't. If he had any balls, he would have brought something up that, hey, you know what? You went to prison and you got to make a phone call. What's the big deal?
Oh, if Letterman said that, it would have been kind of funny, I guess.
Well,
All right, thanks.
Punch it out, guys.
Yeah, here's the other side of it. Russ in Philly. Russ, what's up?
Hey, how's it going? Hey, no jokes here. Don't worry about it. You guys missing the obvious. A guy like this with, this type of attitude probably worried about his wife cheating on him.
Yeah, maybe there's a little paranoia going the other way. And he wanted to check up on his wife. And it was driving him nuts.
Huh.
I like it. There's more to this story that'll never come out.
Although she has a new kid, she's probably home.
Oh, is that why she's probably home?
Yeah.
Or she'd probably be with him.
Yeah, she had a new kid.
All right, let's say hi to Second Shift, the trucker. Second Shift, what's up?
Hey, man, it sounds to me like Russell Crowe is pussy whip, man.
Yeah, it kind of does sound like he's a little pussy whip.
Yeah, it does. Oh, shit, if I don't call my wife, man, oh, hell, I'm going to have to put up with her bullshit for the rest of my life. And
this guy was fucking everything in Hollywood before he got married.
Yeah.
This guy was banging everything. He took, what's her name, away from Dennis Quaid. Remember that?
Oh. Yeah.
He was banging...
I can't remember her name, but I know who you're talking about, yeah.
Kathy Bates?
Meg Ryan.
He was banging Meg Ryan?
I'm trying to read Nathaniel's lips, and it's like, he was married to Mel Gibson? Meg Ryan, yeah. He was banging her. She was so taken by him that she left Dennis Quaid.
It's just good. Yeah. It's just good to know an Oscar winner has to deal with the same crap we do.
There you go.
Got to check in,
He's Russell Crowe, and he still has to make the phone call.
Check in. Maybe he's a little paranoid that she's doing something. All that fun stuff that we get to deal with in our lives. All right, thanks, Second Shift.
All right, man, I'm punching out.
Only when she mouths off, he could beat her with an Oscar.
Let's get a female point of view. I'm liking the fact that more.
That was a little stronger than
I
that.
enjoyed it.
You know what? I didn't even hear what you said. And I will listen on the replay.
Listen on the replay. I think it deserved a little
All right.
chuckle.
All right, I'm going to listen on the replay, Anthony. I did not even hear.
It was a wife-beating joke. It has to be funny.
Well, he was
mandatory on the
Anthony
show.
was saying that like something about she gets mad or because he has an Oscar, he'll like instead of the phone, he'll throw that at her like face or something.
Jimmy. What I was going to say is I'm loving the fact that more females are participating in this show.
Uh-huh.
It's quite obvious. Sue, what's up?
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Pretty good. What do you got on this?
Listen, the first apology he made was to his wife that he never wants to disappoint her.
Yeah.
So clearly he's cheating on her.
I don't know.
I think his marriage is like way on the line, and if you give it another 3 or 4 months, you're going to see it in all the tabloids.
Or it could be that when something like this happens in Hollywood, the first thing you have to do, politicians do it too, is you make yourself look like a dedicated family man, because that tugs on the public's heartstrings. You know what I mean? I think that might be part of it too. Is let the family know you're sorry. You apologize to his wife in person. You don't have to do that publicly.
Oh my God, she's
Yeah,
the
but I'm
worst
about to
tits
reveal
ever.
myself as the gossip whore that I am. If you look back before his marriage, he was such a womanizer. And he had dated this woman before, and then they had split up and gotten back together and gone back and forth. I'm telling you, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. And I'm sorry to say it, guys, but a cheater will.
I think you're right. If a guy is unfaithful like that and has a history of it,
especially with her.
Yeah, I don't think you change that with just getting married. What does a piece of paper do?
That's right. A leopard doesn't change his spots.
Wow, that's a good one. You make that up? That's a good one.
I was
like
going to
that.
say whatever.
All right, Sue, thank you.
Bye, guys.
There you go. A lot of people want to know why he doesn't have a satellite phone, Anthony, like you have.
Yeah.
You know?
I have a satellite phone.
I don't know what Tito wants to say. Tito in Atlanta, what's up?
What's up, guys? Hey, I was wondering, when Russell Crowe got arrested and he was out in handcuffs, did he look at the public and he goes, "Are you not entertained?" Punch it out.
A line from Gladiator.
Very nice. Okay. Well, enough of that. That was pretty interesting from Letterman last night.
Whoa.
Yeah, and Eric, during the show, pops up celebrities on MrSkin.com.
Uh-huh.
And he found Meg Ryan topless, and it's just horrific.
I know. What movie is that, and what year was it?
Well,
Because that looks like she's a little older.
Yeah, it's In the Cut, 2003.
Yeah, okay. Those look like they were probably pretty perky back in the 80s, in the Top Gun days. You know?
It just...
You got any earlier nudes of her? What year is that?
The Doors, 1991.
Nah.
She was in that?
I'm talking 80.
Yeah, she was...
Jesus, she's been around for a long time. You forget how long Meg Ryan has been acting.
Oh, broad.
She's old.
Nothing before that?
Oh, broad prejudice against Italians.
They don't want to take their clothes off until it's like they're
Too
past
late.
their prime.
That always happens, man.
Always these chicks.
The only one that did it right was Brooke Shields.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Good point, Jimmy.
Farrah Fawcett decides to finally, go topless in Playboy when she was 55 years old. Gee, thanks.
Absolutely.
See that.
Thanks for throwing us a bone, Farrah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You don't want to see her bald head with one titty.
The next one's going to be Britney Spears. After she has the kid, she'll finally decide she needs to be in Playboy.
She will
you
at
watch.
some point. Just
You watch.
like Debbie Gibson. Remember her? She posed in
Was it
Playboy.
Debbie Gibson or Tiffany also,
Tiffany
right?
did the same thing.
Okay.
Why not when they were big in the 80s? When they were like, whatever they were, 19?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Hey, a real quick story before we go to break, and then it'll
All right. Once upon a time, there were 3 little bears, Opie. The mama bear, the papa bear, and the baby bear.
Ooh.
And
I want to be the baby
I'm gonna sit
bear.
back and listen. I bet you do.
What happened?
Quick story that'll lead to a little thing as we go to break.
The thing.
The Cubans.
Oh, yes.
Have you guys seen the picture of the car?
Resourceful
Or the
people.
taxi?
They're it's right there in the front. No, go back one.
Where?
Now, open the page. There.
Where?
It's on the...
This over...
No, open that page all the way.
Like,
now, see
like
it? It's
this
on
way?
the left side of the...
Oh, like
now,
that?
right there. See it?
Right there. Attaboy.
All right. I got you.
Fucking Dally Dooley. It's like, it reminds me of trying to explain things to Dally Dooley. No, Dally Dooley. Hit the baseball. Hit the ball.
Did these guys make it?
Well, that's the trick, isn't it? They make it. They get close, but the Coast Guard picks them up. And there's it's almost like a game show, the Cubans. There's rules to this whole thing. If they make it to the beach and they run up onto the beach, they can then file for citizenship in this country. But if they're still in the water, they turn them around and take them back.
Right.
They take them back to Cuba and drop them off. So the whole thing is to get to the beach. So they make these cars. They make a boat out of a car and pull it right onto the beach. And that's an old 1940 taxi cab.
49 Mercury taxi.
49 taxi.
Converted into vessel by Cuban rafters.
And they can build these things. They can make boats out of them. They load them up with people. And they take off. They paint them like blue, so they're a little camouflage from helicopters.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
And then they...
Well, they were
set off for America.
They were intercepted by the Coast Guard. So what does that mean?
That means they go back to Cuba.
But the other papers was saying that they made it. The Post, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
There's liars then in the Post.
Here, Jimmy, look in the Post for me.
All right.
Whoever has a Post.
I don't have a
Post check coming up.
I have a Post.
You know, Anthony, these were the same guys that tried doing it in the Chevy truck in 2003.
Yes.
The 1951 Chevy truck. You brought up a good point.
Pickup.
They got some killer old cars in Cuba in great shape.
Yeah, all the cars over there are classic cars. They're all these old 1940s and 50s vehicles that are in really good shape. All the classic cars are over there. You wonder where the hell they went.
I went to Cuba one time in my life. It was cool. I went
You
to
did?
a birthday party up on a hotel rooftop.
For a second, I
know,
believed
I was
them.
with you, too.
And I'm like, why would Jimmy be in Cuba doing a gig?
Right.
They pass around a gold telephone. Russell Crowe threw it at some guy's face. If you throw the phone at me, I'll know you didn't get through to Australia.
I can't find it, Opie.
All right, no big deal. Who cares?
Oh, no.
Anthony, what I was going to say, though...
Yeah.
Imagine a reality show. This is a reality show I'd watch every freaking week. You get a bunch of Cubans together, and with maybe different ways of trying to get to Key West there, and then you set them out with a camera crew and see who makes it.
See
if they make it, besides getting citizenship in this country, you also give them that $1 million.
Yeah, you give them a lot of money.
I mean, let's start getting the real reality shows on TV. Enough of the fake reality shit.
Last Cuban floating. Here it is.
All right, third try for freedom. The Coast Guard stopped yet another vintage American car modified into a boat and filled with Cubans hoping to make it to America. It was the third car boat intercepted by the Coast Guard, and Rafael Diaz, 40, has been on all three of them. He needed to get out of the country, Diaz's cousin Jesus Zamora told WTVJ-TV. He needs to get out, and this was his only chance. I'm sure if he goes back, it isn't going to be good.
Oh.
Diaz, who was with his wife and two sons, was also on board a 1951 Chevy truck. And he also tried it in a 1959 Buick sedan, Anthony. And that was pulled over by the Coast Guard last year.
Pulled over.
How long does it take to go 90 miles in the water? In that, I mean, how long would you plan for a week long?
Well, if you're doing 90 miles an hour, it would take you an hour.
But they wouldn't be. It's in the water.
Then if you're doing 45 miles an hour, it would take you 2 hours. I can't split 45 in half.
Oh, I can.
That would be 22 and a half.
Yeah, 22 and a half, and that would take you 4 hours.
11 and a quarter.
What if you point the wrong way?
11 and a quarter. That would be 8 hours.
But do you row?
You could do that. No, they put a motor on there. Put a motor on it.
Well, Anthony, what's this about?
Go Pelican.
I got to ask you
something.
Go
Chevy.
Officials wouldn't say what has happened to the refugees, although under U.S. wet foot, dry foot policy, Cubans intercepted at sea are generally returned to Cuba.
Yeah.
What is the wet foot, dry foot policy, Anthony?
Well, that's what we were talking. Wet foot, you go back. Dry foot, you made the beach. That means you stay.
What if
or at least you could file to stay if you have, like, if you're a criminal or something like that, and it's not a political criminal.
What if a wave just happened to come in just as you were stepping off the boat, and it would have been dry sand, but the wave just came by, so now it's wet sand?
I think as long as you're on the sand, you're fine.
So if you're
in the water, though, and there have been people up to their waist
and
in
that's
the
good?
water. No, you go back.
What?
You go back. They've sent people back. That
what if
were
you're up to your
their
ankle?
Waist. Ankle? I don't know. It's probably a
people that were that close to making it.
Yeah, they were that close to making it, and they pluck them up, stick them in like a little one of those Zodiac boats. Never made it to the beach. Back out to the cutter. You're done.
That blows. You're that close.
That close.
That's got to be really... I feel bad for these. I mean, look, if you're willing to get into a car and go into a fucking ocean for 90 miles, you really want to get to America and get out of that shithole.
But for a green car, I'll carve them up real nice.
Another cab ride, she's going to love me again. Havana! You want Havana?
And then they... what the Coast Guard does is they then take the Chevy... or whatever they're driving across in, and put a few explosives in it and blow it up.
No.
They sink them.
Why? Yeah. It looks like a cool vehicle. They should make a museum out of this stuff.
They should.
All right, we'll play this little thing as we go to break.
Drown, drown, Cuban, drown, drown, Cuban, drown, yeah, Cuban, drown, 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 Cuban, drown.
Refugees, give them a hand. Roll for days just to open up a taco stand. 20 Cubans float on a wine bottle cork. Guantanamo Bay is just a 5-minute walk. But turn around, Cuban down, 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 Cuban down, Cuban down, 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 Cuban refugees, Cuban down, 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 Cuban down, Cuban down, 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 Cuban down. We took all your relatives. Away. Remember Ricky Ricardo, Babaloo, aye. Look at Mamacita, she's as big as a boat. You shove a motor up her ass if you thought she'd float. Turn around, down, 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 Cuban down, Cuban down, 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 Cuban on your way. Cuban down, 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 Cuban down, Cuban down, 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 Cuban down, Cuban down. Cuban drown, drown, Cuban drown, yeah. Cuban drown, 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 Cuban drown. 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 Opie.
This is unpredictable radio.
Holy crap.
We need to remember that we are professionals in the entertainment industry.
Look at you.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God, I'm a grown man and I'm being yelled at.
You're idiots.
Love is what I got. I said remember that. Love is what I got. I remember that. Love is what I got. I said remember that. Love is what I got.
Right back to the phones. Let's say hi to Dave in Connecticut. Dave, what's going on today?
Hey, Opie, Anthony. I just want to know if Susan Smith was Cuban and we didn't know it.
Maybe she was just trying out a new vehicle, and things went a little awry.
All right, thank you. Very nice. Matt in New York, Jesus. Hey, Matt.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up?
Not too much. Got a funny story about these Cubans.
All right, hold on. A funny story.
All right, let us all get seated and relaxed and ready.
I'm gonna put my my feet up for this funny story.
Yep.
Put that laughing hat on.
Here it comes.
Eric, you ready for a funny story? All set. All right, guys in the booth, ready for a funny story? Getting thumbs up in the booth and a couple cheers. All right.
Nathaniel's standing up. I don't know. You might. Yeah.
Well,
hold on.
Nathaniel's a big fan of comedy in general, so he's going to really enjoy this. And Matt, don't forget that you're broadcasting to the entire country. Not too much pressure. Probably about 1 million people listening right now.
Funny story. Here it comes.
Coming up.
All right, Matt, we're all ready for your funny story.
All right. Bottom line, these Cubans are so desperate. Back in the early 90s when I was in the Coast Guard, spent a lot of time in Cuba repatriating those Haitians way there. So it's time for me to come back to New York, and I jump on a Navy C-130, and on board is about a dozen Cubans, all in flip-flops, a pair of blue jeans, and a T-shirt that says, "I survived." look at the Navy guy, and I said, what the hell is this? He says there's a minefield between old Cuba and Guantanamo Bay, and if the Cubans can finagle their way through the minefield and get to the U.S. side on Guantanamo Bay, they get into the States. They're given a mud hut, a little bit of money, and start with their citizenship.
That's funny. I'm funny.
Yeah. You see that jerk? That's terrific. That's terrific.
Jesus, dude, what the fuck?
That was actually a very interesting story.
It was interesting. I wouldn't have labeled it funny.
Not funny.
I think we use the term "I have a funny story" a little too much in this country.
Yeah. Apparently, you think it's like
funny story.
A Three Stooges sketch. I mean, I enjoyed the minefield reference.
Right.
Funny story.
Jesus. All right, Matt. Good job.
Right.
Thank you.
Watch it out.
All right, Anthony. Well, we have Tom Cruise on Oprah. We have Brad Pitt on Primetime Live with Diane Sawyer.
So many hunks.
Well, we've been talking about the Tom Cruise audio, so the guys finally got it for us. It's Tom Cruise on Oprah.
Yeah.
Jumping up and down on the couches and stuff. And pumping his fists in the air like he just don't care. Yeah.
So in love. He's so in love, he had to shout it out to the world on the Oprah show in front of that audience. Eesh. You know what goes to the Oprah show, the audience? It's all the women that just love the Tom Cruise and any kind of like chick story they could get out of him, the whole lovey-dovey thing. They eat it up. Listen to them hooting and howling for him.
Was he on the whole hour?
Of course, I'm sure he was probably one of those Oprah shows where whole hour we got Tom Cruise. Shut up.
Did you ever go to any of these shows?
Never.
No.
I used to go to like Phil Donahue back in the day with my mom and my sister. Sometimes
You did?
My brothers would go. Yeah, you get the free tickets every once in a while. And
really.
And the best part is like when one of these shows has one of these studs on.
Ooh.
The women in the audience will all put their makeup on, extra special, thinking they actually might have a shot.
Yeah.
You see it at the Starbucks on 67th and Columbus. That's the Starbucks that all these Midwest, housewives go to before they go see Regis. And also before they go see Tony Danza. It's all filmed in that same studio there, the ABC studios. And you see the same thing. You're just going in there for your stupid cup of coffee, and they're all around tables getting their makeup done because, Tom Cruise or what have you is going to be on the show that morning. And they all think they have to look a little extra special.
Extra special. They might, look out into the audience.
You never know.
It can happen.
Never know.
It can happen.
These guys might be bored banging hot, perfect body Hollywood starlets. They might want a fat housewife.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. The fat one with the Margaritaville sweatshirt and the and the little sweat socks pulled up over the stretchy pants.
With your waterfall hair in front.
I want you.
That's right.
It's like the fat guys that look at hot girls and always think, I could show you what a real relationship is like. Like when you go to a strip club. You know you got the really guy who's like shooting out of his league who wants the chick to recognize him for his personality.
Yeah.
And to see who he is and like to really understand that he's got something special.
Yeah.
And he doesn't.
It usually ends up like that girl from My Sister Sam. Knock on the door and a shot out of a gun.
What's that?
Oh, you don't remember her? Schaefer? What was her name?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Rebecca Schaefer?
Yeah, there you go.
From the Mindy show.
Yeah. She was like the
she
reason
was
all
Mindy
those stalker laws came up.
Well, she didn't die, but she was Mindy from Mork and Mindy. She had her own show and the daughter in that show.
Whoa.
Yeah.
She was Mindy from Mork and Mindy?
Yeah, but then
No,
she was on the show.
She was on the show.
She played like her daughter or something.
Rebecca Schaefer.
Yeah.
And she got shot?
Yeah, some like crazed fan.
I was going to say, yeah, crazed
Some
fan.
stalker fan of hers kept saying that he loved her and sending her letters and everything. And then one day he just walked up to her door, found out where she lived and everything, knocked on the door. She opens it, and he just shoots her. And he described, I remember some show, it was really disturbing. He described like, yeah, and I just, I shot her, She looked at me and went, "Ah!" And like he actually did like the scream and everything. And then she fell on the floor, and I ran off.
What happened to her? Is she dead?
Oh yeah, killed her right there.
Oh yeah, done.
Bang bang.
She was probably just happy that she had a fan.
Oh.
I mean,
why isn't he executed? I mean, why? Why?
Yeah. Well, that kind of got the whole stalker law thing really rolling because people didn't kind of take it seriously until then. Didn't take it serious.
What does this have to do with Tom Cruise on Oprah?
Let's see, because the audience thinks that they have a shot with these people.
Oh, okay.
Shot segued into that.
Shot.
Okay, here we go. Tom Cruise on Oprah.
Something happened to you. Something happened to you.
I'm in love.
Yeah, he's in love.
I'm in love. And it's one of these things where it's like, you know, you want to be cool. I was like, yeah, I like her. You know, she's cool. That's not me. That's not how I feel.
So what happened?
I don't know.
I thought it was okay. So did it start with? Is it true that you called her for a meeting or something?
In front of her.
Is that
Threw
true?
her for a loop.
Do you have to get into details of everything?
No, yes.
Yes.
Because you know.
You really want to know this?
It was.
Oh, listen to this audience.
I have to tell you.
Well, okay, tell me.
Okay. Kate, sorry.
Imagine being this guy.
They're literally on the edge of their seats. They're like this, okay?
Anything you do or say, chicks are just creaming over it. Could you imagine? This guy, it does everything he's saying. Everything coming out of his mouth is gold to these women. Every expression on his face, gold.
How many of them you think had moisture in their little...
Oh, I'm sure.
I was going to say in their little panties, in their huge...
Big bloomers.
Huge bloomer panties.
The light brown stain in the front.
Oh, God.
Menopausal meat bags.
It has the panel in front.
Panels
to hold in.
The panel's all soaked.
The panel to hold in the lower abdomen, the bunt panel. If you're wearing panties with panels...
That's what I want to say.
This special stretch panel holds in my gut.
How funny would that be? Oprah just makes an announcement that we rigged all your sheets to
detect moisture.
Detect moisture.
Oh, with an electric shock. He does look very good for 43, though. He looks much younger. I don't know why I just said it like some celebrity gossip columnist.
Like a couple of these guys are holding up, like they don't look their
Malcolm
age.
McDowell held up until he was 19. When did Malcolm McDowell? 2 years after Clockwork Orange, he looks 53.
Holy shit, that's funny.
Was he really that young?
No, however, they wanted Mick
okay,
Jagger for that
me.
role originally. Thank God they didn't do that.
Imagine.
That's the bad thing about some of the celebrities that look young, but they're not. Because then a couple of years goes by and you kind of really look like you're old. But then the guys that have been in the business since 19, you know, they can be going for 20 years. And
yeah.
Like you watch them age slowly.
Yeah. Brad Pitt's another one. He doesn't really look that old.
No. If I had that kind of training. But I mean, as a celebrity, I look kind of young, and that's the amazing thing.
There you go, Jimmy.
I keep my youthful exuberance.
And now that you're growing your hair in for your HBO TV show...
Well, you know, the HBO program, and none of that's important.
I think it makes you look younger with the hair.
Wait, they're making you grow it in? They want you to grow it in, or you're just doing that?
I decided to do it. You know, it's a little decision I made for the role.
For the role. Some people gain weight, lose weight for roles.
That's right. I only gain it for the role of life. For the role of lonely hooker lover.
Did you see, what's his name, plays Christian Bale in the Batman movie? He's all, like, buffed out now. Did you see the last movie he was in?
I sure did.
The Machinist?
I was going to bring that up today.
Holy shit.
You know,
I was convinced they were using some kind of CGI effect on his body because he's emaciated.
I happened to watch this last night on one of these dumb Hollywood shows, and he got down to 121 pounds for that role.
Dude, he looks
I know.
Totally like a concentration camp
And he gained...
victim.
100 pounds to do the Batman role, so that means he was over 200 pounds.
And it's not only about gaining weight. You can't just sit there and stuff your mouth with Twinkies and go from 120 pounds, gaining 100 pounds. The guy is now like he's been in the gym for the entire time.
Yeah.
And he was just like a concentration camp victim.
121 pounds he got down to.
Yeah. What'd you think of that movie?
I didn't see it. Is it good?
Oh, you didn't see The Machinist?
Is it good?
It's weird. I liked it. I like those kind of quirky, weird movies, but you won't really kind of. It's one of those that you got to see a couple of times, maybe.
I'm writing it down. Look, I want to go see it now.
Yeah.
Who's he? What's it about?
Is it out on DVD or anything?
It's hard to even describe what it's about.
Is he a guy who works with machines?
Weird. Yes, he does.
Oh, all right.
And then there's some psychological crap going on and some delusions and, I don't know.
Slender?
Very slender. He is where you see his ribs, and I swear I thought they put in a CGI body somehow. Really sick looking. Oh, Hawk's got a picture of him.
That Hawk is good.
There you go.
Yeah, let me go to the phones as we...
There's even better ones than that really show how...
Let's say hi to Brian in Boston. Brian?
Hey, morning, boys.
Morning.
I wanted to explain Tom Cruise's actions.
Okay.
When he was jumping up and down and pounding on the couch, he was speaking to Oprah in her native language.
Jesus.
Okay. All right.
Bob in Newton. What's up, Bob?
Dude, I got to tell you, the worst part about this, boys, is I'm at work all friggin' day, busting my ass. I walk in the fucking door after 10 years of marriage. My wife's already got the look on her face like, Tom Cruise was on friggin' Oprah, you're a douche, and this guy is the greatest guy on the planet.
You're a douche.
I mean, dude, I'm working all day, and I walk in the door, and I'm like, oh, how was your day? And she looks at me like Tom Cruise announced his love to that fucking hoe bag to the entire world, and I don't even say I love you before I go to bed.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah. What are you going to say about that? All right.
I don't know if he's a phony.
It's always disturbing when you see a woman, like, melting over someone else.
Yeah, I know. So I apologize to all you guys.
In my case, it was the drummer for the Nixons.
What?
Exactly. Jesus.
Oh, is that what happened?
At least if it was like a Brad Pitt or somebody, like, all right, well, what are you going to do?
I thought it was
the drummer.
What's his name from Bush?
Oh,
Gavin.
Gavin Rosdale? Yeah,
Gavin was huge with your chick.
Yeah, that was one of many.
At Gavin?
Yeah.
And we were talking with him, and the girls were there, and we were just like pieces of shit.
Yeah. It always sucks when your woman is melting over someone else right in front of you. Oh, that's great.
And it was like an opportunity, a situation where they were able to actually hang out and talk with Gavin. It was backstage at a show. And we're just standing there and like looking, going, oh, we're just done. We're done.
And
But then we started feeling good about ourselves because Veruca Salt was warming up for Bush, and
they wanted to have sex with us.
They wanted to have sex with us badly. Really badly. We were kind of...
We could have screwed Veruca Salt. We could have tag-teamed them.
The blonde wanted me and the brunette wanted you.
Yeah.
And the brunette wanted you before she got fat.
Yeah.
And she's actually really cool. I shouldn't even say that. We talked to them over the years. But I remember the drummer of the Nixons. Yeah, that guy on the right. That's who...
You liked him?
Yeah, that's who the ex was like...
You said, yeah.
Oh, I didn't even say it. I better start listening more, because it's going to get me in a lot of trouble. No, Anthony, my ex melted over that douchebag. That guy.
What are you gonna
that
blame,
guy.
What are you going to blame him for? Yeah.
Jesus. All right, here we go. Here's another clip from Tom Cruise on Oprah.
No, I know what he's doing. He's processing. He's trying to figure out what he is going to tell, what he isn't going to tell. Yeah, okay.
What can he tell?
When
we met.
You met. Yeah. Hey, we met. How?
Oh, jeez. Okay.
How?
Oh, ladies, please. Okay.
He's playing to this chick audience. He's doing the whole shy boy, like, oh, I'm going to talk about how we met and fell in love. He's playing up to this. This isn't the action star Tom Cruise. This is the, look at these housewives getting damp over me, Tom Cruise.
I'm not buying it.
I'll tell you how he met her. He pulled his cock out, and he said, Mission Impossible, Born on the 4th of July, Risky Business, and she... That's how they met. He showed his license. She realized it really was him, and she drank out of his mule.
That's
Sorry,
all he's
ladies.
ever got to do. That's all he's ever got to do.
Mission Impossible.
This guy doesn't have to sell himself.
I don't know. I'm not buying it.
I don't know. He's kind of shy. I like him when he's shy.
It's cute.
How? Just how?
Just how? I admired her, and I thought that I wanted to meet her. So I called her because I wanted to meet her. Honestly,
this is bullshit. This is all bullshit. This is why people say Tom Cruise is gay. How did you meet? I admired her, and I feel, wouldn't you go, look at her, she's so goddamn hot. I was like, I gotta hook up with this chick.
I gotta grab those tits.
I need those tits. Gotta squeeze her ass.
Right. You know, that's not the first thing you say. Is, oh, I admire her.
I admired her.
Fuck that. Look the fucking ass. I gotta grab that ass.
Admired her.
Admired.
This sounds like, you know, I had my publicist call up her publicist.
That's what I want
and
to
arrange
say.
a meeting
Exactly.
because I have a movie coming out, and I feel it's good publicity for me to be in a relationship, even though I hate girls.
Well, that's what people say.
That's what I say.
I know other DJs are apologizing for even assuming that. So let's all be careful here.
Oh, be careful. Come on, Sid.
We don't want to apologize like Imus had to.
I don't think he's gay. I mean, I'm telling you, I just don't. I think we all want him to be gay because he's the type of guy that could literally fuck your girl in front of you and you'd almost not get mad at her.
Hey, look, it's Tom Cruise.
I don't blame you, sweetie. Enjoy.
Yeah, would you actually get mad?
I don't blame you, sweetie. Enjoy. Could you shut the fuck up while I'm fucking Tom Cruise?
Do you mind? You're ruining it with your awful voice.
What would you do? I mean,
what could you do? He's Tom Cruise. I'd probably just feel his cheeks and go, Jesus, those aren't nice and firm.
What if all of a sudden, what if all of a sudden, like, you just happen to be walking around New York and, like, Brad Pitt decides that he just has to have your girl. What do you do, really?
Like a predator? Like you're a hyena and you've taken down a sickly animal and the leopard comes by and you just got to give it up?
What do you do?
You're like,
what am
I going to do?
What if your chick says, look, man, I am so in love with you, but it's Brad Pitt and it's...
I'd say, can I have a picture, Brad? And I'd get the picture with him and I'd just kick her right over to him and I'd leave.
That's it.
And
you got a picture out of it.
Nothing
you
else
showed them.
Absolutely.
Is that a reason for a relationship to end? I mean,
honey, call me when you're done. I'll be home.
Knowing it's just a one-time thing.
I know what I would do.
Do you give that gift to your chick? Go have fun.
Well, then you got to take one in return, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Is that like the deal?
Oh, you have to consider the 80 you've taken that she doesn't know about?
That's what the...
That's what I would have to do. Well, there was Craigslist.
That's why people always have those, and there was a whole string of it on one of the message boards. They have that your fantasy get one free from your spouse or mate thing, where if you could have sex with anybody, who would it be? Your fantasy one, the freebie that you'd give, and because it'll never happen, you allow each other to pick that person. It would be Tom Cruise. Oh, okay. I get to pick one now. The neighbor. Girl next door.
No, what?
Hey, you didn't say it had to be a celebrity.
No,
you're fucking her. You said it's okay. Now go get Tom Cruise, bitch.
I was gonna.
Just because I aimed low ain't my problem.
Damn it, you beat me to it. I was going to take your angle, but you aim real low in the celebrity world where it is possible.
Fuck the celebrity. Fuck even getting in your car. Hello? My wife said I could fuck you.
Well, let's think of some
fat chick, so you know you're getting fucked.
Right. But let's think of some celebrities out there that are just have nothing happen anymore, where they're actually obtainable.
Mindy Cohen.
Right.
From Fact to Life. The fat chick from Fact to Life. Who couldn't fuck her? Yeah, your chick just goes, Brad Pitt. You're like, Mindy Cohen. You make her fucking phone number. I'll be fucking her tomorrow.
You make her hum the song while she's blowing you?
It's like that.
There you go. All right. Hey, good luck with Brad Pitt, sweetie. Yeah, I'm going to fuck this pig. And she's going to be happy about it.
And while you're at it, get Blair's cousin Jerry in here to tickle my balls.
What is this, her eating before you fuck her? Yeah. You like that, don't you? Were you talking about the one with CP or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great addition to the cast.
Yeah. cerebral palsy.
You definitely get her.
That's funny. It's like that old kids game where you see who could punch the lightest, and you let the other guy go first.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
You go first.
You let your chick go first. She'll pick Brad Pitt or Tom Cruise or one of these other idiots, and then you aim real low.
And then wham.
That is really funny.
Aim low. You're banging the grandmother that lives next door.
Oh, wow. Let's see.
I think another celebrity you could really get in there with.
You nailed it, Ant. That's the bit right there.
That's the one right
there.
there?
Tony and Rockaway, what's up?
Is she alive still?
Oh, hey, what's up, Jimmy?
Hi, fella.
All right, I'm out at Wynn's premiere a couple of months ago when they opened up the hotel, and my worst nightmare came true. We saw an entourage of people and this little midget, and my wife was like, oh, I think that's Tom Cruise. So I'm like, that's not Tom Cruise. She drags me over like a puppy to meet Tom Cruise, and I'm standing there, might as well cut my balls off, and she's sitting there like, hi, Tom. Oh, I'm a great... And I just sat there like a fucking idiot, and now every day, I swear to God, she doesn't look at me the same way.
It was really him?
Yeah, it was really him. He had about 10 people around him, and, you know, that chick is a piece of ass, but, you know, she's 20 years younger than him, so she should be.
Dude, the same thing happened to you that happened to me, but it happened with Tom Cruise in your case. I mean, just imagine being me, and it was a stupid drummer from a band that had one hit.
She was all gushing.
Oh, like
Dude,
you wouldn't believe.
Listen, Opie, it was the worst, because
I can almost relate, like, well, it's Tom Cruise, what are you going to do? But some douche that's in a band that's never going to make it?
How about the room cost me $400, and I know that night when we were fucking, she was thinking I was Tom Cruise.
Oh, man.
I'm punching out. Have a good one.
Hey, good phone call,
Turn the
Tony.
lights out, and I'm going to call you Maverick.
Good point. Because what else is she thinking about the whole time she's out there?
Devin says Tracy Gold would be another one.
Who's
Probably
that?
fuck Tracy Gold.
Who's that?
Yeah, she was from...
well, she was anorexic, and then she was in that...
show.
Then she was in that...
Growing Pains.
And then she was in the DWI accident with her family.
Wilson Phillips.
That's the role I'd probably take.
Wilson Phillips just had a kid.
Victoria Jackson. Well, Wilson Phillips is the whole band. Which one?
Oh, I'm sorry. Corny. Jesus.
Carney?
No, not even corny.
Wilson Phillips.
I know, Jesus.
Who do you want to fuck? Fleetwood Mac.
Right.
I like her.
Let's get back to the audio, Anthony.
It just... You see someone's work, and you hear about them, and you hear from people what a special person she is. And I help a lot of people. A lot of people call me for advice on career and life, and there's, I'm kind of known for that. And
what?
Yeah, and I'm sure you're taking all those phone calls.
What are you talking about? You're known for that.
He's known for... What is... Man, is he just a babbling space cadet?
Here's what people do. People want to call Tom Cruise just to say, I'm calling Tom Cruise. So you tap into someone's ego. Hey, Tom, I need your advice. Well, I'd be happy to help. You know, people feel important when they can give you advice. That's why they call Tom Cruise.
I'm known for that. And so I meet with people, and I wanted to meet this woman, and I met her, and she's...
Okay.
I met her.
You met her?
Yes. Extraordinary. She's truly...
Oh, my God. All those stupid women in the audience.
Oh,
why could it be me?
I saw her. I thought she was really beautiful. She's talented, too. I'm like, I have to meet her, so I called her rep and met her. Why not just say it like that? She's extraordinary. People call me for... Shut up!
How do you know she's extraordinary?
Yeah, extraordinary
At
what?
that point. Extraordinary. He's using all words that no heterosexual guy uses for a hot chick.
But here, here's the deal. It's really simple. When you start going out with someone new, you're attracted to them because of their physical beauty.
There you go. That's the first
You're not starting to think that she's extraordinary and I admire her and stuff. That's stuff you hope happens after the physical attraction hits you. You hope that she's not a zero.
Your first thought is, I gotta feel the tits.
Of course it is.
I need that ass.
And he gave himself away, too, and she's like, what made you like her? And he goes, well, it's like they said in Rent. No.
Wow. Holy. Oh, my God.
Torture! That's torture! Gay play reference, we get a nice chuckle. I thought incorrectly.
Jerry, cousin Jerry, from the Facts of Life.
Yes.
With cerebral palsy.
Yeah.
She is the gimp in Deadwood. She's actually got a role in Deadwood. You watch Deadwood? Anyone?
I should.
Yeah.
I hear it's a great show.
She's the one that She has cerebral palsy in Deadwood.
That's nice.
It's like a pretty good role she's got there.
I'm sure she's terrific. Could you just hear what I said?
Amazing. No.
That's all I could add to that was, I hear it's a good show. I should watch it.
I should watch it.
That's what I had on Deadwood. Jesus.
Yeah, Deadwood's good.
I've never seen you like that. I've never seen that.
I know. And I thought, you know what? I have to tell you, no, when you meet someone that's like, you go, huh? And there's so much that we have in common. And I just thought,
I heard you.
I can't be cool. You know what I mean? I can't be laid back. It's something that has happened, and I feel I want to celebrate it. And it's something that I want to celebrate her. She's a very special.
Celebrate her.
She's a very special woman, and I'm sure you know her. You're gonna get to know her even more. She's really.
Well.
Throw her out. Heckler.
Wow. All right, let's...
He's a lot better hecklers than I get. At least I'm not yelling monster rain at him.
Let's say hi to Jeff in Detroit. Jeff, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, boys?
Hey.
Hey, you guys are just missing, man. All that Tom wants is to get Dawson's number from her.
He's gunning for the Dawson.
Hey, that's funny.
Hey, check it out, boys.
All right, very good, Jeff.
Let's see, Kerplunk Connor from Jersey. Very funny name. He thinks you could probably bang Holly from Land of the Lost. Remember Holly, the younger sister from Land of the Lost?
Yeah.
That show? Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Let's go to Rob in Alabama. Rob, what's up?
Hey, guys. Hey, a couple months back, I took my wife shopping over in New Orleans, and I ran into Jessica Simpson in this little boutique. So, I'm old and fat, but I figured, hell, I'll give it a shot. I didn't want to be shopping anyways. So my wife sees me talking to Jessica Simpson. It's over for the next month. Every time I try to touch my wife, it's, I bet you're thinking of Jessica Simpson's boobies. I bet you're thinking of Jessica Simpson.
Boobies?
I was, but that's not the point.
Did she say boobies, sir?
Did she say boobies?
It is Alabama, probably.
They were very nice boobies.
All
you
right.
should have seen them.
But your wife gave you shit because you met Jessica Simpson?
Well, because I was trying to pick up on her, but I think she was just being nice because.
Rob, why are you lying?
You weren't trying to. You didn't think you were.
You weren't trying to get action from Jessica Simpson.
You were just chatting with her.
You gotta take your shots when you can take your shots. I'm never gonna get that shot again. I mean, what the hell?
All right.
Trying to pick up on her. No, what would you possibly say to her?
Love your show.
Hi.
Maybe you want to go to a movie?
Yeah, maybe I was thinking, maybe sometime if you're not busy, we go out.
Let's go to Zeno. Zeno.
Hey, so she's, mounting over a drummer. Weren't you jerking off the NASCAR?
Oh, yeah. Well, my ex liked the drummer of the Nixons and made it perfectly clear in front of me, and I jerked off to NASCAR.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that was a great story, but I was whacking to porn, and someone decided they couldn't sleep in the middle of the night and came downstairs, and I had to quickly change the channel, and
I was hungry. I came down to get something to eat.
And all of a sudden, I just quickly hit whatever. I went back to regular TV, and there was a NASCAR race on. And
you would never be watching NASCAR, so your chick is like...
And stupid me, I hit the remote really fast and then threw it on the coffee table, making believe I was just watching this the whole time. And there's NASCAR going around the track, and I'm under a blanket, and I can't move. And, it was a very uncomfortable situation because it was very obvious at that point what was going on. Yeah. All right, another clip from Oprah.
Katie once told 17 magazine that her dream was to marry Tom Cruise. So, I've been in the dream-making business this year. Are you in the dream-making business?
Oh, are you? Pop the question.
I don't want to disappoint her.
Oh, my God. The Beatles! Ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles!
Her personally, but,
So,
listen,
Tom, does that mean you're going to ask her to marry you? Does that mean you're going to ask her to marry you, Tom?
Oprah, I got it today. You're late.
So does that mean you're going to ask her to marry you?
I got to discuss it with her.
You got to discuss it.
They
That's
are
fair. That's
cackling
fair.
and
Everybody's
howling.
Like, oh my God.
The relationship's a month old, right?
That's how they are in Hollywood.
2 months,
they don't
maybe?
care.
Yeah.
All of his immigrant
Where did he
kids
jump
will
around?
Have 20 mothers.
Somewhere in there, he was jumping around on the couch. Who cares?
Who even? Yeah. Oh my God.
Well, Craig
The
has a good
audience
question.
was the worst.
In Tennessee, Craig, go ahead.
I was just wondering if his shirt turned periwinkle blue when he was talking about this.
Was he wearing a periwinkle shirt?
What faggot would wear periwinkle? Periwinkle.
I love the callbacks on this program. Will in D.C., what's up, Will?
Hey, what's up, Owen? Hey, what's up, Sweet Tits?
Hey.
My celebrity that I want to fuck, and I actually had this conversation with my girlfriend already. You guys are a little older than me, so you might not be with it, but the girl that played Stephanie Tanner on Full House, named Jodie Sweetin, hot as shit.
Jesus, the girl was like 8 years old on the show.
Yeah, I know, but she's like 25 now, and I swear to God, if you look up pictures of her, go to Google and put her name in. She is hot as shit right now.
All right, let me take a look. I'm always willing to see if a little girl turned out hot.
Yes.
Is that spelled with a E-N or an
It's S-W-E-E-T-I-N, I think.
Yeah.
What?
E-E-I.
No, it's
no,
E-Y.
E-E-T.
E-Y.
No, E-T-Y.
There's no, it's not coming up any matches.
I told you, it's E-Y.
How do you spell that bitch's name?
He told you.
S-W-E-E-T-I-N.
Yeah.
S-W-E-E-T-I-N.
Right.
J-O-D-I?
No, why?
What?
What's her first name? You don't need her first name.
E-Y.
You don't need her first name?
Shouldn't.
No, you shouldn't need her first name,
Yeah,
man.
Right?
guys, not that hard.
Nah, I wouldn't say hot. Dude, you're a sick man. Seek help. I can't find any up-to-date... I found a picture of her when she's like 5. What are you, insane? Where... I'm trying to find a picture of her.
I'll post on the forums. You'll see.
All right. Thank you, Will.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
All right.
FBI, trace that call.
Yeah, really.
Trace that call.
It's coming from upstairs.
Coming from upstairs.
Okay, why don't we play this as we go to break?
I hope he's listening. If you are, man, this one's for you.
Here we are, dear old friend. You and I, drunk again. Laughs have been had, tears have been shed. Maybe the whiskey's gone to my head. But if I were gay, I would give you my heart. And if I were gay, you'd be my work of art. And if I were gay, we would swim in romance. But I'm not gay, so get your hand out of my pants. It's not that I don't care, I do. I just don't see myself in you. Another time, another scene, I'd be right behind you, if you know what I mean. 'Cause if I were gay, I would give you my soul. And if I were gay, I would give you my whole being. And if I were gay, we would tear down the walls. But I'm not gay, so won't you stop cupping my hand?
It's radio, you know.
We've never hugged, we've never kissed. I've never been intimate with your fist. But you have opened brand new doors. Get over here and drop your
of the Opie and Anthony FU line.
I'd like to send up a big FU to Canadians because all they do is come on this program and frickin' BS about how everything is different or whatever crap. This message sucks.
Fuck Ralphie May, he sucks. Fuck Rich Ross, he is also sucks. Fuck Bob Kelly, he sucks also. Jessica Ryan, Tipsy Tom, and Stephen Lunch. That would be awesome.
Yeah, I'd like to give a big fuck you out to Opie for not being my friend. After I offered you, to hang out in my treehouse, get drunk, and...
Yep, this is Rich Fox. I just want to give a big fuck you to that fan. That, you suck. You're not funny. The only funny thing you ever did was the karate pissing joke, but that wasn't even too good. You suck. Fuck you, that fan.
I'd like to send a big fuck you to George Steinbrenner. Your fucking Yankees just got swept by the Kansas City Royals, a team with a payroll of $34 million, you fuck.
Fuck Norton and the banana phone. Fuck Jamster and all these things that just come out from anywhere. Oh my God, I can't even watch anything. I can't even go anywhere without hearing these stupid Jamster things. Or banana phone. Oh, fuck.
I'm going to send a big FU out to George W. Bush. You're the worst president we've ever had. Fuck you.
This fuck you is to Kristen, you dumb, ugly-ass fucking bitch. You stupid little slut. I hate you. I hope you get AIDS, dumb fucking bitch. Thanks.
To all the nurses and doctors at Chilton Memorial Hospital in New Jersey, fuck you all. You're a bunch of negligent fucking assholes. You don't give a shit about anything or anybody except the money.
Let's do the fuckers at Walmart Distribution Center in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. Fuck you, you stupid cocktail and thunderheads for fucking up our trucks every day. Fuck you.
Yeah, I'd like to give a big F you to the Supreme Court, which denied miracle use of marijuana. Why?
Call the Opie and Anthony FU line at 1-866-FU line 1. 1-866-FU line 1. Well, fuck you very much.
Is it true Bob Saget is calling the show today? In a few minutes, it looks like. That's cool.
Really?
I was just thinking the other day, Anthony, why haven't we done Sexy Estate in a while?
We haven't had anybody calling up that wanted to have sex on the phone?
We have a brand new audience. They probably don't even know we have this ongoing contest called Sexy Estate. I couldn't even tell you what the Sexy Estate is at this point.
Sexy.
Does anyone know?
I don't remember.
I know Pennsylvania was up there for a while.
Yeah.
Someone beat out Pennsylvania, though, with a fine showing.
I don't remember, though. Not a clue.
Maybe tomorrow we could get some of the examples of Sexy Estate.
Mm-hmm.
Give the people a little something tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and we like the Sexy Estate thing. It pops up from time to time.
Mm.
What about that What's in My Pants? Haven't done that in months.
Haven't done that in a while either.
Just thinking, that's all. A little thinking going on.
I'm wondering what time we used to take those calls. Thinking, were a lot of those sex things in the 6 o'clock hour when we used to be on at 6? When people were still maybe a little drunk.
Yeah,
on the West Coast, it was still nighttime.
We definitely got some West Coast action on that. You're right.
So perhaps our changing times might have.
There's morning sex going on all over the joint. Yeah, all over the place. All right, Anthony. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie.
We're a regular little gossip show today.
Well, just today. We go in stages.
In spurts.
Just seems like there's a lot of this stuff out there, so why not cover it?
Front page news. Front page news.
It gives us fodder to go off on some weird tangents. That's all we're looking for on this show. Bring us material and we'll make shit up.
That's it.
That's what we do.
That's what we do now.
It might just sound like a dumb Brad Pitt Angelina story, but you never know. You never know.
One never know.
All of a sudden, we went from Tom Cruise to Anthony banging the fat chick from Facts of Life. See how this works?
That doesn't sound good at all.
Well, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie may have checked into L.A.'s W. Westwood Hotel as Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
That's the movie name.
I wonder if they did.
after they attended the movie's nearby premiere Tuesday night. An eyewitness saw the photogenic couple enter room 816, and as our spy was leaving yesterday morning, the couple was...
You stay out of room 816.
I really wish they were room 237. She got out of the tub all old and drowned. And he backed out frightened.
Yeah, he did. And as our spy was leaving yesterday morning, the couple was wearing bathrobes as room service delivered their breakfast.
They both have AIDS?
Oh, well. One was brought into a barber shop across the street. They fill you all full of pills.
Are they banging or not, Anthony? Let's go around the room.
No.
What?
I say no. This is another publicity thing. This is publicity. The stunt. Mr. and Mrs. Smith. They checked in under Mr. and Mrs. Smith. There's publicists behind all this stuff. They're eating this up. They love it. Movie coming out and they're getting this kind of press. I don't think they're banging them.
Put on robes. Put on robes when room service comes.
Yeah, room service will come. Look, we have this idea. You know how that shit works. We have an idea. After the premiere, you two, we've already reserved a room over at the W. Go over there, sign in under Mr. and Mrs. Smith, because then that's the name of the movie. And then, of course, we have your rooms set up, different rooms, under different names that you'll go to and actually sleep in. But in the morning, we're going to have you go into the one room and then come out for room service in your bathrobes. Oh, this is going to be great.
Oh, you nailed it.
That's what they do. If they were fucking,
it.
you probably wouldn't even hear about it. Wouldn't make this much of a fuss over it.
I know.
Making sure there's eyewitnesses. An eyewitness? It's another publicist. Or somebody that the publicist tipped off. That they know talks to the press. It's all set up.
All right, you nailed it.
I want to be linked to a pretty girl like that, just so the papers can take a picture of me and Angelina on the beach. Who is this fat pig?
You know, that's the worst thing about if you were just a regular guy going out with one of these hot Hollywood chicks. You'd think it would be like the Brad Pitt story where they'd be taking pictures. Ooh, what are they doing? Are they having sex? Here they are on the beach. It would just be a story about what is this slob doing with this gorgeous woman. And it would be every bad picture of you with her and just bashing you constantly.
I'd wear Speedos all over the place, my rotten gut, my appendix scar, and she could just dote on me and touch my stomach.
Wouldn't that be a great picture on the beach, her laid out in the sun with a knee up maybe, just kind of basking in the sunlight, and you in a Speedo with your hands on your hips squinting, like just looking up somewhere, squinting, huh? Like you're like, huh?
Us checking in the hotels, me like always in a pair of shorts with no socks and an open like Hawaiian shirt, and she has to carry the bags.
She's carrying the bags.
I carry nothing.
You got a cup of coffee in your hand.
I don't tip. I walk through the door, I bark orders at her. Come on with the bags.
What great pictures this would make, man. Just a cup of coffee, you're walking like 5 steps ahead of her.
Yeah. Like,
hustling the bags in there.
Like De Niro when he's walking down the street to beat Joe Pesci in Raging Bull. That type of an outfit with the awful shorts, maybe the high socks, the open shirt, and the gut.
Black socks.
Yeah.
Oh,
and Angelina's always looking hot. She always has her makeup.
Yeah.
She's always carrying the bags.
You just suck.
That's really funny.
That would be the greatest publicity thing ever.
It's fantastic.
Well, Anthony, everyone is talking about Brad Pitt on Primetime Live with Diane Sawyer. Did huge ratings.
Yes.
Absolute.
Certainly did.
Huge ratings. So let's play a couple of these clips really fast. They're short ones.
I think it's ambitious, but I think it can...
Okay, this is about...
Oh, you're going to preface it with some explanation as to what he says,
well,
Opie?
I kind of listened to what you said yesterday, Anthony. I learn every day on the show. And instead of just throwing this crap out there, I'm thinking maybe we should set some of this up.
Like a real show.
Like a real show. We want to be like a real show sometime.
That's our goal.
Well, just every once in a while
occasionally
it should
be like a real radio show.
Brad Pitt talking about ending poverty, Anthony.
What?
I think it's ambitious, but I think it can be done. We have the potential to end poverty in our time. We could be that generation. We could be living in that era. Man, I mean, what is more exciting than that? The potential's there. We gotta go for it.
Gotta go for it, man.
Gotta go for it.
What's more exciting than that Angelina with her face in a pillow and her asshole wide open. That would probably take a little bit of priority on the excitement list.
2 words, Angelina gaping.
Yeah.
Wow.
You see when he entered the room, that would have been a great story. When the room service came, she's on her face and there's lard by the bed and her ass is in the air. And he enters with a fistful of lard.
Can I help you?
No, but her hands are tied behind her back and her ass is up in the air.
I think poverty would take a back seat to that, huh?
Absolutely.
He tips with lard caked hands.
Give him a 10-spot hole grease.
With lard. Yeah. No explanation. Your one shirt sleeve is rolled up.
See, that's proving that Hollywood, these guys just don't have a sense of humor. Because like Anthony set up the whole scene with the publicist, setting up these things. There's got to be one guy in Hollywood that goes, "What the hell? Let's really throw this over the top. This setting up scenes.
Go on, get a tub of Crisco."
Right.
You.
Right. You're gonna be tied to the bed face down. Could you whimper?
Brad, let's spread the lard on your arm up to the elbow. Oh, man. That's a good one.
He answers, and he's got like that the lard, those shirt sleeves rolled up, and a clothespin on his nose.
Room service. Ooh, pardon me.
Keep this under your hat.
That's classic. Well, he wants to end poverty.
End poverty. What a kook this guy is.
Doesn't he make $50 million a film? Why doesn't he do a movie for free and take that money and throw it at those sons of bitches?
Does he think that there are 8 impoverished people in the world? 8? That you could just dole a few bucks out and the problem is solved? Does he understand how huge poverty is? And it's going to be ended in this generation, it could be? No, it won't. There's been poverty since there's been people, and there will always be poverty. It's it. Stop it. I just can't get the image out of my head. Brad Pitt with a fistful of lard tipping.
What I tell you guys, see, the Brad Jolie thing sounded boring going into it, but now look what you got to take home with you.
He's tipping with a lard hand. Lard. Where do you get lard?
Such a great word. What I get, I live with it under my shirt.
Well. Let's get back to these clips with Diane Sawyer. All right, he wants to end poverty, Anthony.
He's asking others to join him in a nationwide movement called the One Campaign. Its purpose, convince Americans there are solutions, ways to end poverty in Africa.
One by one.
And impossibly, the campaign has united Hollywood liberals and Christian conservatives.
Pat Robertson.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's in there.
Yeah. Aren't we tired of these dividing lines that separate us?
What is his common denominator?
Common denominator? Something can be done. In 10 years, we could halve extreme poverty. We could cut it in half. In 20 years, we could end it.
And what was it you saw that you could do?
I guess shine some kind of light on this. I mean, I can't get out of the press. These people can't get in the press. So let's redirect the attention a little bit.
If you start fucking some Ubangi women, that'll get them in the press.
Yeah, by the way, I am tired of those lines that divide us. The guys that can fuck Angelina and the guys that can't.
Oh, they are so delusional.
I mean, you don't hear about hungry people in the press. You're right. You never hear about them. We are the world. Never.
Yeah, We Are the World couldn't get the job done. I don't think Brad Pitt can.
What you see is these fucking starving people with stupid baskets on their heads. We get it. You're hungry.
You want to end poverty, start handing out condoms. Lots and lots of condoms.
Exactly.
Rewinding a little bit, Anthony, the lard in the hand, answering the door. Freddie B makes a good point from Philly. It's like the scene in Fight Club when he answered the door naked with the kitchen gloves on.
I never saw Fight Club.
Oh, God, Fight Club's a great movie.
How did you never see Fight Club? God,
I was always against Edward Norton.
No. Why? Because of your name?
No, I just never. I like him
Jim
now.
Norton.
I mean, I don't.
You don't think
dislike him
he's a
now.
good actor?
I didn't. For
American
a while.
History X?
I think he's really good.
I thought that was a good movie.
Oh my God, he was amazing.
What about the first
in that.
movie he was in? That one where he
Primal
played...
Fear.
You didn't like that?
You didn't like Primal Fear?
Was not impressed at all.
I thought he was very good in that. It was kind of what made him a star.
I know. That's why I kind of resented him. I did like him in a lot in the. I just didn't like the movie. I liked him a lot in the Brando film with Robert De Niro and Brando. The Where They Steal.
Yeah.
What's that?
Shit.
We played the retarded guy.
Yeah, he played the retarded guy.
Who was faking it. That was good.
That's another role where you kind of just playing a retard.
American History X is good.
That was really good. I thought that was another really, really good movie.
Although the director one time, Tony Kaye, was at the Comedy Cellar.
Yeah.
So I asked him to sign an autograph. I was too embarrassed to ask him, it's for my kids someday. So he signed an autograph to Jim's kids.
Oh, shit.
Are you kidding?
No, what a tool I was.
The Score.
Ah.
That's what it was called. The Score.
I don't mind. Look, when artists are doing stuff to help starving people, I got no problem with that because that's not really a political agenda.
That's true.
That's fine. It's like...
Who are we to judge?
Yeah, I know. We really are dicks. Look at him trying to feed the hungry.
Look at him. I just think he's, delusional.
Yeah.
That's all.
One by one. There's there's about 12 million of them.
Well,
yeah.
How about a group
one by
group?
one.
Here we go. Diane Sawyer asking Brad Pitt why we should listen to celebrities.
The Hutu had a good idea to rid the Tootsies. That might cut the problem in half.
Yeah, you want to
cut a few Tootsies in half.
You go over to the Sudan. They have some solutions.
Solutions for halving the problem with a machete. Yes, sir.
We got to go to the phone first. Joe, go ahead.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
I just got in the car my morning commute. My XM was on one of the other stations, and that Bruce Kelly dude just comes on. I just asked back, here's my morning dedication to Opie and Anthony. He's playing the Pet Shop Boys. What have I done? What?
Actually, if you know the lyrics, it's kind of funny because I think it's "What have I done to deserve this?" Right?
Is it?
Yeah.
All right, that is funny. Wow.
See, I don't want to admit this, but I'm starting to like the guy.
I know.
Because he gets it. He gets it.
Oh, okay. So as long as he's not busting on you guys,
we're friends.
You know, honestly, I don't even care if he busts on us. That's the truth.
Let me hear a little of that.
All right, here's the song he dedicated to us this morning.
Yeah, that's the Pet Shop Boys, all right.
Enough of the intro.
Long 80s intros. It was the thing to do.
Don't have a long intro if you have nothing special in the intro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Come on, here it comes. Right now. More intro?
More intro.
Boy, this song stinks already.
You always wanted a lover.
What?
Jesus, Bruce.
Yeah. This is the musical answer to Periwinkle.
Get to the hook already. Jesus.
Here it comes.
I brought you drinks, I brought you flowers, I read your books and talked for hours. Every day so many drinks, such pretty flowers. So tell me, what have I done to deserve this? What have I done?
Good. All right, enough.
I wear my pants up to my nipples. All right, that's good.
Pet Shop Boys make the Human League sound like Sabbath. What faggots.
It's a gay song.
See, this is the beauty of the show now. We get to talk about this for a little while. When you were growing up on Long Island listening to New Wave, right? Because it was the thing to do, in the 80s, you know?
Listen to
Did you have any idea these bands were so overly gay?
A couple of them, yeah.
Listening to that song, I remember hearing that song back in the day thinking nothing of it, but now that I'm older and wiser, I'm like, oh my God.
Well, I never heard that one. I heard the East End Boys, West End Girls song that they did, but
right.
I never heard that one. And, that was pretty gay too, but not quite that gay. That's pretty gay.
What about Frankie Goes to Hollywood?
That everyone knew was gay.
Oh,
relax.
Don't do it.
Ugh. That gay, of course, Boy George, Everyone knew. Gay, gay, gay.
Yeah, everyone knew George O'Dowd was certain homosexual.
Again, knows the name. I couldn't even have told you that again, even though you told me last week.
I'll tumble for you is a good number.
I'll tumble for you.
Says a lot when you'll tumble for a man.
Speaks volumes.
It certainly does. Because Dana Reeves said to her husband, "What are you going to do for me? I'll tumble for you."
Tumble for you.
Jesus, we got it.
You're right. I didn't get the laugh I wanted so much.
You didn't need to go there. You didn't need. All right, whatever.
Really
Okay, let's. Why we should listen to celebrities? See, now we're back at this. This is what we do.
We kind of veer off a little, but always come back.
It's a new way we do our show. We go off on all sorts of kind of tangents and stuff.
That's
we get back on the highway every once in a while.
Why should we listen to celebrities?
I don't know that we should. I'm very uncomfortable with this. I'm not comfortable. Even sitting here today, I'm sweating like a pig. I don't believe people should listen to me. I'm hoping the images will speak for themselves.
What is his speech impediment?
He's probably just a little nervous.
No, there's something going on there.
He's not a bright man.
Every time I've heard him,
he's really not known to be a bright man.
Every time I've heard him speak, there's something going on. What is it?
Well, like I don't.
He says very instead of very.
I heard him say "but" once when he said
all right.
he put his penis in Angelina Jolie.
Well, like Pacino can't say his R's properly. Sometimes he'll go, "There's something really." He has maybe it's something like that that's kind of it bothers you, but you don't know exactly.
Was that before or after the cop punched him in the mouth?
A little too old for my job. Too cranky.
All right.
Yeah, hold him up.
People are misguided, Anthony.
How's the Italian food here?
People are misguided.
Yeah.
Try the
Your Google is up to now 2.7 million entries.
I don't even know how to respond to that. It's a strange focus, isn't it? That my relationships or relationship mishaps takes precedent over something like that. Listen, I understand it's about entertainment, but man, it's misguided a bit, isn't it?
So dramatic.
Wait, what was he talking about there?
His Google entries. People have Googled him that many times.
Oh. Yeah.
2.7
got like huge
million.
Google entry.
3 million Googles.
Numbers.
Hey, let's see how many Googles we have. Can we Google Opie and Anthony?
You can't see how many you have.
Yeah, you can.
You can't!
Google entries. We have 244,000.
244,000? And how many? Put in Brad Pitt.
244,000.
A little taste of reality.
Brad Pitt has 3.3 million. Let's go with
Google entries. That doesn't mean Google people who are looking for you.
Just entries.
No, it's how many
Look
hits.
for Bob Kelly.
Well, let's go with Jim Norton first. Robert Kelly, who broke his knee, man. He's got 12 million.
Different Robert Kelly.
Yeah, there's a bunch of
right.
Come on.
All right. Let's go with Rich Voss. There's a name not many people have. Rich has 1.4.
That's impossible.
Like every rich.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it highlighted the rich part.
Yeah, it takes.
Just Voss.
Okay. Now he's got his name. It's 19,900.
Oh, okay.
How about Norton? Now you see Jim Norton.
Why? What did you do to make it work like that?
Just Voss.
You got to put
just put
quotes
Voss.
and then it's
in quotes.
No, you just do the quotes for the whole name. Jim Norton. But there's a 74,200. Put in Nathaniel. Nathaniel, what's your last name?
Bryant?
Ah, look at this. Don and Mike, 14,000.
Of course. Yeah, but no one's listening.
But no one's listening to us.
Shut up.
You asses.
Nathaniel Bryan has 659 entries. Very nice.
Nice. How many are from his IP address? Let me just sit in it. Because I couldn't think of computer.
Let me just sit in it.
How many are from his IP address? But you can all of them. Good point, Liddy.
Guys, why is marriage ended with Jennifer Aniston? This should be some good audio.
Why did your marriage end?
Yeah, I'm going to talk about that here.
No. Oh.
Oh,
hey, whoa.
Yeah,
sorry. I know. Why would you, during an interview, want to be revealing?
Sorry, it's only the number one question everyone wants to know the answer to.
Let's hear your views on hunger. See, Diane Sawyer, if she had any fucking balls, would say, you know what? I don't want to talk to you anymore.
You know what? This is an entertainment show, and what people want to know about more than curing world hunger is your marriage and why it ended.
Right.
I'm sorry, but that is the cold, hard facts of life here.
And these
more
celebrities
people care about his fucking stupid marriage than world hunger.
And these celebrities just want it one way. I mean, they put the celebrity marriage out there, and now it's ended, so there's a lot of interest in that. Well, why did it end? You know, you showed us how happy you guys were over the years, and these pictures and that. And
what happened?
I don't see my time, certainly my marriage, as any kind of failure. It was
our time, Mr. Hand.
An extraordinary time.
You quoted someone saying things just take different shapes, and it doesn't mean the original shape.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you lose the love. It's just
from the shape of Jennifer Aniston to the shape
love
of Angelina Jolie.
Reported everywhere that you wanted babies, and she did not.
Ridiculous.
A pretend cough masking an expletive.
What?
Completely fabricated.
Wow, what happened there? I guess he cursed. He probably said bullshit.
What did he say? Did he say bullshit? Is he pulling an old Bluto Blutarski?
Yeah, bullshit.
Bluto Blutarski. Delta
Nathaniel
House
knows.
Yeah, so he did that old bit where you cover up the swear with the cough.
Hold on!
But he did it enough
so Eat me!
They couldn't even have all of it in there. So.
Oh, so that's just
so they just have him saying bull S, and then they cut out, and then Diane Sawyer cuts in.
Let's hear it again.
Ridiculous.
A pretend cough masking an...
Bull! I heard bull. Yeah, okay.
That Brad's got personality for miles.
That's funny.
Hunger is bad. Oh, this guy's deep.
Blow me! Blow job! Eat me!
He didn't even do it right. You don't cough, then say it, then cough again. Blowjob! Stupid ass.
Bullshit.
That's a guy who didn't have to be funny growing up.
Right.
That's exactly... The guy never knew how to do that. He
Look
saw
at
a
us
funny guy
haters.
doing it.
Look at us haters
Good
here.
point. Why am I trying to have something he doesn't?
Yeah.
A pretend cough masking an expletive.
Completely fabricated. You know, what you'll find with these stories is they usually will turn one of us into the good guy and one of us into the bad guy, if you look at it closely, or even not that closely. And it's ridiculous. Most of these stories, you get probably 2% real fruit juice, and the rest is just garbage with no nutritional value.
All right, a little analogy there.
He's the king of analogies.
Little high C analogy.
Yeah.
Kool-Aid, the Kool-Aid analogy.
Yeah.
This next clip, something was a brave decision.
What? You don't know? How would you work it into a preface for the clip, though?
Well, if this was a real radio show, I would
say something like,
I would get
and
more
Brad
info.
talks about a brave decision.
Right.
Like, I don't know what it is, but fuck it. Brad speaks about a brave decision he made.
Right.
All right.
Concerning... But all I got
What?
is, I don't know, he did something and it was a brave decision.
He did something.
I don't know. Do you really want to have a real radio show?
No.
Okay.
As far as I know, we get one shot at this thing. We get one time around. And it better be everything you want it to be. Meaning it's up to you to make that. And that's it. That's it. I actually think it was a really brave, conscientious decision on our part. I mean, we'll see.
Splitting up? Is that what he talked about? Getting a divorce? Yeah.
Yeah. Being brave enough to know that the relationship was over.
Yeah.
That is brave.
And that there was hotter tail out there.
Yeah.
That needed to be explored.
Fistful of lard out there.
That is brave, though, when you're Brad Pitt to risk not meeting a girl.
I know.
That's pretty brave.
No, yeah. It would be brave if it happened to Jim Norton.
Yeah.
Or
Whenever I tell a girl, it's balls.
Right.
When John Madden leaves a relationship, it's brave.
Yeah.
That is a good point. Yeah, that's real brave. Like, they're not just lining up and
Brad Pitt could just go out and go, I'm going to see how many girls I could fuck tonight. Yeah. Just going to see how many. I'm going to try to set my all-time record.
How many different smells I can get on my bag in one evening.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's such a brave man.
That's brave.
He's brave.
Finally got to
we
him.
are really sad in this room, though. Just bashing him.
We should be, though.
Just bashing him because he's He's good looking.
Yeah, but we're honest and he's not. At least we expose ourselves and embarrass ourselves and don't
We
hide
have
behind.
to be, though.
Understandable.
That's part of the personality that has to outshine these good-looking guys.
I understand it. We're chimps. Believe me, I don't know what we do is to make up for the fact that we don't have full, juicy, kissable lips.
It's
fucking
a
bread.
chore.
It still makes me sick, though.
All right.
She and Pitt working together for the first time.
When you first met her, what were you expecting? I mean, had you read all the stuff, the tattoos, the blood in the vial?
He won't comment, but describes Jolie as not what the publicity leads us to think.
No, well, I have great respect for her. She's a good egg and a great actress, and I admire what she's doing.
Admired again.
The UN work. And
So, let me try some of these questions.
All right, let's go. Personal questions, which I abhor.
Did Angelina Jolie break up your marriage?
No. Let's handle this like a game show. No.
Everyone says she's a homewrecker.
It's a good story. But, I've been in these tabloids for 14 years now. At some point, you just become the Zen master of it all.
Wow, she used the oldest trick in media.
Yeah.
Everyone is saying.
Everyone is saying.
Really, Diane? Name a few people.
Sourceless.
Right.
That is just the way
Everyone is
the
saying.
media can put things without ever having to come up with who it was. Everyone is saying.
Everyone is saying.
People are saying.
Right. I didn't say it.
Fox News does all the time. People are saying.
That doesn't make it news.
No.
Because people are saying.
But then they could report it, and it's not their opinion. It's not their question. People are saying.
Everyone is saying.
Everyone is
If Brad
saying.
Pitt abhors personal questions, understandable. Don't do an interview with Diane Sawyer.
Right.
Just don't do it.
What's status now? That's what we're going to find out here. What's status now?
What's status now?
Yeah.
Is that the preface to that one?
Yeah, you want to guess? What's status now?
His relationship with one of the chicks there?
All right. I'll go with Angelina Jolie.
Angelina Jolie.
And just to make it interesting, you go with Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston? No, because I know they're broken up. I'm going to say Angelina Jolie.
But that doesn't make for interesting radio, because then one of us can say, see, I was right, and the other guy goes, damn it!
So you go with Jennifer Aniston.
All right, I'll go with Jennifer Aniston.
All right.
And you'll go with?
Angelina Jolie.
Jimmy?
I'm going to take Kim Fields.
All right.
So what kind of relationship is this now? Are they officially together? We give it a try.
There's a lot still to
knew I was right.
Just put in place. Listen, I don't know what the future is just yet. There's still things that have to, I guess, be answered for me individually.
Are you going to be able to keep this up, not talking? Not talking about it?
Well, it's not. It's more that there's not so much to talk about, at this time.
Lord.
If there is, I will.
Well, there's a couple things that are going on here, right? One, they're not talking because they're getting a lot of great publicity out of it.
By not talking.
Leading up to the movie that's coming out, Friday, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. And the other point you brought up the other day, there's got to be some kind of, divorce thing here.
Yeah. There's still pending litigation.
At this time.
So
All he could say...
Yeah, he probably can't elaborate on their relationship and how far into it they are and when they started and what they're doing. And what he's spending his money on, things like that.
I bet you if she was 300 pounds, though, and they asked him and he wasn't with her, he'd go, no, I'm not with her.
Yeah.
She's a friend. I admire her. That's not fucking... Stop with the bullshit for I admire her. Do you really?
I admire her.
I admire Brando. I want to fuck Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, they're never honest with that.
Can we please at one point talk about this?
Oh, of course. We can talk about that next.
Please.
That and the Bill O'Reilly cruise. We'll do a little cruise break next.
Ooh, I can't wait.
All right. You
I
guys
just
want
know that's what I'm doing. I'm taking a River Rose cruise.
All right, we'll get into that next. Oh. Why don't we play this? What is it? No.
What is it, Opie?
I want to play this again going to break. It was very, very good. Came in overnight, and there's new listeners right now because they listen to the show at different times. Harry T sent this in. It's great. Doesn't need a setup. Check it out.
Look, he started to touch me. He started to grab me. I told him to stop. He didn't stop. I hit him back. And then he got really angry. He pushed me out of the car.
What do you want, fucko?
Michael, you want some? Huh?
Fuck! I broke my knee, man! Fuck! I swear my fucking mother, if you touch her again, you're dead! Hold my hand, man. I gotta squeeze some. Fuck!
Like sand through the hourglass, so is the Owenay virus.
Every rapper in the world wants a video game now.
Is that the thing now that they have to have?
They have to have their own video game.
Like, rappers are very competitive. We know this. They kill each other. They're so competitive. And, you know, it was sneakers and then, you know, clothing deals, their rides, whatever they're driving around in. And now they're very competitive about having video games.
Well, the nice thing, about video games is their egos can actually, they're like, give me some of that wire fu. Maybe like flying through the air with my kung fu skills.
Oh, that's what they want to be like, superheroes.
Because they're always talking trash about how hard they are.
Yeah, man. I wants like wings and shit. That is really funny.
I wants to get up on time, be at work and
Yeah, I want this to be like really whack, like something completely unrealistic. Have me raising my kids.
Yo, man, how about this? I get pulled over and shit, and I present the proper paperwork.
Right. Shit.
I don't back talk to the cops or nothing.
Oh, damn, I got an order of protection. I lost 20 points.
Yeah, boy.
Yo, one time in a video game, I want to refer to my baby's mother as my fiance.
Yeah, just completely unrealistic.
Right. Then we go to do that mission where we shoot up Hot 97, man.
Yo, how about this in this video game, man? Somebody does some shit in my community, and we actually take personal responsibility.
How are you supposed to program that in? That's too unrealistic. Just have me flying and shit.
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading.
It's smoothie time.
Get me that kind of smoothie and get me a turkey on wheat with a little provolone and some deli mustard and Diet Coke.
And get yourself a burger. Jesus.
Get yourself a burger.
Look at this kid.
Yeah.
He weighs what? How much you weigh? This is Travis, the go-getter.
I weigh about 125, 130.
Jesus.
Oh, my God. That's how much Christian Bale weighed in The Machinist.
How tall are you?
5'7", 5'8".
Wow.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
a healthy height-to-weight
someone in
ratio
here
if you live on Neptune. Hey, listen, are you got my order correctly? I want little pretzels, too.
You want some?
Oh, nice pretzel.
You want Diet Coke?
A little bit of Diet Coke. I want the same type of smoothie that fucking, what kind of lover he is getting. And I want a turkey on rye with some fucking little bit of provolone and some deli mustard.
Actually, his body frame would be more so found on a planet with lighter gravity.
I know.
Probably
I couldn't think of
like
Neptune, Venus,
Mars or not Neptune, which has a lot of gravity, very strong gravitational pull. Would be more a short, heavier life form would be found on Neptune.
Forget Aristotle and fuck Socrates. Here comes Professor Anthony.
Thank you, Anthony, for clearing that up.
And don't think
it made sense to me. I was like, yeah.
As soon as I said it, I knew I went farther away than I should have. I should have went closer to the sun. But, good thing that you and maybe one listener picked it up.
Right.
Hey, I pardon you. All right, that's the body.
I pardon you.
Dr. Steve sent me a package.
Hey, what do you got?
I don't know, Ant.
But it
Let's
says
take a look.
Amazon.com on it. It's an Amazon box. Did he just send it in that?
Well,
Is he
probably
reusing Amazon boxes?
Yeah, Dr. Steve probably ordered something from Amazon for himself.
Uh-huh.
A book on how to beat pedophile charges. I'm sure.
Dr. Steve is sending, and he's an actual doctor.
He sent us an article. He's a real doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
But, you know, you keep his last name on the QT.
Of course.
Yeah,
This is
because he does send, like, things probably shouldn't be sending.
Dude, I have a connection to a doctor who's a really nice guy, and this is what he sends us. Like a little Nexium, maybe some Prevacid, some antacids. I don't do drugs. I can't get prescribed. I don't want fucking Vicodin. I don't want any drugs.
Yeah.
Just a little Prevacid for the old acid indigestion. I really am an old
But if you
man.
needed Vicodin, he'd probably be cool.
I don't know if he would do an illegal narcotic like that.
Yeah?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. He seems like he's pretty on the up and up,
Now that's good.
for lack of another 1930s expression.
On the up and up.
Yeah, next time could you seal this harder? What is this, fucking Coke?
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Open the box,
I'm
Jimmy.
trying to, Professor.
waiting. Jesus.
Hold on, thanks, Hawk. Fucking 8 minutes
For a
later.
strong guy to kick sand in your face. Look at him, he can't get it. His arms are shaking.
I know. I'm like Mac the Weakling.
By the way,
someone's Nexium. Oh, look, he even put these little packages so the Nexium, like, there's a big box.
The little balloons in there, little plastic balloons.
To keep the Nexium from bouncing all over. How about next time, more Nexium? That makes it tight. Or a smaller box. Why do you send a refrigerator box with 2 items plinking around it, you fucking lunatic?
There you go.
I was expecting a bigger bang.
Me too.
Okay, someone's
you,
going to
Steve.
challenge your theory, Anthony. Let's go to John in Virginia.
I know
John?
this.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good. It's not mine, it's Jimmy's thing that he's challenging. I was gonna, but I didn't want to be...
What theory? I'll kill everybody.
That the further away from the sun you get, the more gravity on the planets.
No.
That's not true.
No, I know. I just meant I should have went to Venus or Mercury.
No, it's the size of the planet. Like Jupiter, you'd weigh like 900 pounds if you were 200.
The mass of the planet, my friend. The mass, not the size.
Not the distance to the sun.
But also the rotational spin, because Jupiter has a 10-hour day, so it rotates over almost 2.5 times per hour 24, which is why you're crushed. 10-hour day, yes.
10-hour day on Jupiter.
Spins in 10 hours. That's
the
why
entire planet spins around one revolution in 10 hours.
That's why it is such a crushing gravity.
It's the size of the planet versus the distance from the sun.
Say size of the planet again, and I'm going to throw hot coffee on you. You're right about size of the planet, but it's also the rate at which it's spinning. And you could take that to the bank.
I'm not sure about
Jupiter, 10-hour day.
Yeah, I understand, but I think the gravity is the gravity regardless of how fast the planet's spinning. I'm not sure if you're talking like centrifugal force kind of pulling you off the planet and gravity pulling you back, kind of canceling each other out.
Well, what else determines like how much? Like you weigh 200 pounds here, you weigh 900 pounds on Jupiter. What else would determine that? I mean, size of the planet. Absolutely.
Mass of the planet is the more mass you have, the more gravity you have. Well, that's it.
But doesn't that also has to count in the speed? Because mass going at like a slow speed is different than mass going at a fast speed.
I would think if you take a scale and you put it on something that's spinning,
right,
and then put a weight on it, if you spin it faster, isn't the thing that you put on the scale going to want to fly off more, thus making it lighter or seem lighter on the scale?
Maybe the way you're saying it, yeah, but I know on Jupiter you're a lot heavier and it's spinning a lot faster. I think all those things come into play. I don't know enough about it.
I think spinning faster would make you lighter.
No.
Spinning faster would want to propel your mass off the planet's surface, which would then take your weight off that scale. The density and mass of the planet is then pulling you back, which is gravity, and that is only the mass of the planet. That has nothing to do with the spinning. The spinning might make you lighter, and I'm not sure of this, I'm just speculating, that it would try to throw you off the planet.
But then again, you'd have to be heavier to stay on it then if you're spinning faster.
Yeah,
in order to prevent being thrown off, you'd have to be heavier.
Again, that's the mass. The planet would have to be spinning like a whirling dervish to fling you off of it. Well, I'm not saying you'd actually fling off of the planet, but there would probably be some kind of, if the Earth stopped spinning, we'd all croak. But for that short time, would you weigh less or more? I think you'd weigh more because you're canceling out the centrifugal force that would try to throw you off the planet. No, wait, that doesn't make sense because then you'd weigh more on the North Pole than you would on the equator. And I don't think you do. Yeah, okay, spinning does nothing. Thank
I
you,
don't know.
Jim.
It might have
I've just solved my own problem.
I don't know.
You'd weigh more on the North Pole because you have no centrifugal force on the North Pole.
When's lunch? Because I want to go out back and smoke pot with my friends.
I'm trying to figure this out on the air. I'm sorry I'm working
I think it
through
might be
this.
a combination, because I know Jupiter spins extraordinarily. The crushing gravity is from the speed it's spinning and the mass. I think it's a combination.
No, the gravity has nothing to do with the spinning.
Sure it does.
Nothing.
The gravitational pull?
Nothing.
I think has something to do with the
Absolutely not. I am saying now nothing with the spinning. I will research this.
That's what keeps us on the planet is the spinning.
No.
The spinning causes
gravity. No, it's the mass. The planet's mass itself makes gravity.
But if the planet wasn't spinning, there'd be no gravity. You'd be floating off it.
No. No.
Just a big planet.
Wait, you're agreeing? Nathaniel is agreeing with me, and Derek is agreeing with Jimmy.
Because he knows I'm right. Spinning causes gravity.
No, it doesn't.
Sure it does.
Mass causes gravity.
But mass has to turn. Like, say you just take a big planet and you put it in space with no movement, everything is going to float off it. Well, I think that's why you would probably float off the moon, because maybe it does. I don't know if it spins or not.
It does spin.
Maybe it doesn't
spins
spin
at
fast
the
enough to keep
exact same
you.
time.
Maybe it doesn't spin fast enough to keep you, or maybe it's the lack of atmosphere.
There is gravity on.
But just not enough.
Here's a planet that doesn't spin. Mars does not spin.
Okay.
And Mars has gravity because it has mass. It has less mass, so you don't have as much. You don't weigh as much on Mars as you would on Earth. But it doesn't spin.
Then there's got to be some other factor that comes into play as well. But
It's
I know
mass.
spinning has something to do with gravity.
No. Sorry.
And our rotation.
I am not agreeing with you, Jimmy.
I know, but somebody will call it. Who knows?
The
I
spinning
think it's a
probably.
combination.
The spinning. The only thing I can think of is the spinning probably stabilizes the central mass, especially on Earth, which is just molten. It stabilizes it where it would stabilize the gravity, but doesn't make the gravity. Yes?
I've just been waiting here. It's quite simple.
Okay.
When a mass is present in the above space,
the highlighted part.
Look at
Shut up, the highlighted line.
No, Opie, look at me when you're saying this. I want to feel connected.
Eye-to-eye contact
Look at me,
when you
man.
explain to me.
Don't look off.
I want to be explained to.
Guys, it's quite simple. When a mass is present in the above space-time, it distorts it so that whilst it remains true that traveling through space causes you to travel through time.
What?
Whilst
time?
Whilst travel through time. Traveling through time now causes you to move, or you might want to say accelerate, Anthony, through space. In other words, just by existing, you are compelled to move through space. This, my friends, is gravity.
That makes no sense whatsoever.
Of course it doesn't.
It's apples and oranges.
It's a space-time. It's planets. It's planets and moons. Let's keep it in the right area.
I say gravity is based sheerly on the mass of a planet.
Combined with the spinning, with the rotation.
And nothing to do with spinning.
What do you think keeps all of our planets rotating around the sun? The fact the sun spins is what keeps us all.
It is the gravity of the huge mass of the sun. The sun is huge. The mass of the sun is huge. Its gravity is huge. It has sucked up the planets and then has them rotating around it because of its gravitational field.
And the spin. It has to rotate.
It has nothing to do with its spin. I could understand the spin stabilizing a mass, keeping it in one spot, stabilizing the rotation around the sun. Everything's spinning, stabilized, just like a bullet rotating out of the barrel of a gun. Keeps it straight. That would keep it stabilized, but it has nothing to do with if there's a mass large enough, whether it's spinning, moving, or standing still, if it's mass, it will have gravity.
How does mass have gravity, though? How does it happen?
That's just something that is. It's a law of life and law of nature as we know it. If something has mass, it has gravity.
Just something big draws something smaller to
it? Yes, something with mass will have gravity. It will have an attraction.
I wish someone out there knows the answer.
Anthony, just call him a fuckface. Just get it over with.
No.
Look, fuckface.
Because I think that's a sociopathic argument to say that mass is just mass.
Mass makes gravity.
Combined with
spinning is stabilizing. No spinning! Jimmy, there isn't spinning. Go to your outfield and spin.
No.
And have your coach call you ballerina.
I just did that. Jimmy, what are you, a physicist?
We'd get the answer, but
Jimmy starts spinning. All his playmates go flying towards him because he's all of a sudden got gravity.
No, that'd be Bob Kelly in the outfield because he's got mass.
We would have got the answer to this, but Carl Sagan's been outside the studio for 3 hours waiting to come in here.
Why do you make him wait?
If we didn't make him wait, we would have got the answer to this hours ago.
I will do the research.
Can someone call? Do we
we got a few calls. Let's go to Eric.
I see we have a few calls.
Let's say hi to Eric. Go ahead, Eric.
Hey, what's up, guys? I could settle this real quick. Jupiter and Neptune are both outer planets, so they actually don't have a actual surface. They're both gaseous planets, so you can't even stand on either one of those planets. But if you want to stand on one of the Jupiter moons, there's one that's actually larger than Earth that would have more gravity. So Anthony is right. The larger the planet is based on the mass, that gives it a more gravitational pull. It has nothing to do with the spin.
But you're saying that spinning has nothing to do with the creation of gravity?
No, that's more of a almost like a centrifuge. It just keeps everything together. But the mass, the size of it is what keeps everything. So you get more gravity based on the mass of it, not really the spin.
I don't say that the size doesn't go into the amount of gravity. But I'm saying that I think that rotating has something to do with the creation of gravity or the existence of gravity.
I would say it has nothing to do with it.
And Eric, what is your background that you know this?
I actually just took my astronomy final about half an hour ago.
For college?
Astronomy final.
Yeah, at Kingsborough in Brooklyn.
There you go. We have an expert, Anthony.
High-quality college education there.
All right, let's go to Matt on Long Island. Matt, go ahead.
Yeah, when they sit up and everything.
What? Matt.
It creates... So they feel more like they're on Earth.
Really?
Wait, what?
Go ahead, Matt. Try again.
I think I actually know what he's saying.
They have to spin.
In certain space station prototypes and stuff, they have a space station that spins. And the spinning space station makes artificial gravity. But what that's using is centrifugal force. What they would do is build the floor where you'd see the walls of the ship, of the station. So when you spin it at a certain speed, you'll actually fly against it like a carnival ride. That carnival ride where you would stick to the wall, but instead of laying on the wall, you're actually walking on it. And that's how you make it. Like Moonraker. The movie Moonraker, if you remember. Or 2001: A Space Odyssey is another one. They showed the space station. And in that case, spinning makes gravity, but it's a whole different concept.
Right, you're saying it's centrifugal force, not actually... It's a simulation of gravity, but not real gravity.
Yeah, but not real gravity.
Maybe you are right, but I don't think you are. I still think that spinning has something to do with gravity.
Why is Steven here? Steve knows something about this?
Steve's mass is actually making gravity.
Exactly.
He's such a huge bear.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the point I was going to make.
Towards him.
If mass strictly... If mass... Did you determine? Oh, no, you didn't. If mass determines gravity and solely mass, how come larger people don't walk around with smaller people stuck to them?
All right.
Good point, Hack.
Yeah.
I really...
No, that wasn't even a joke. That was...
Yes, it was.
It was
attempted as a joke. You're right.
Oh, no, an attempt. It wasn't a joke, though. That you're correct on.
I was very serious.
Because something, in order to have gravity, needs huge amounts of mass. Right. You need huge mass.
Ramon, bring me Stephen Hawking.
Gravity is based solely on mass.
Question
a lot of people
Anthony.
are saying that.
Let's go to Vinny in Oceanside. Vinny?
Hey, Opie, Anthony, Daddy.
Daddy.
I think Daddy.
Jesus. Hey, one thing you guys are forgetting is if you take a planet twice the size of Earth and you spin it 3 times as fast, is Anthony's periwinkle shirt still gay?
Let me calculate. I'm punching those figures in now as we speak, and yes, it's coming up full fag.
Well, that's got a gravitational theory, too. It's like the more periwinkle your shirt is, the more likely your mouth is to be drawn to a cock.
And we let that drop today.
Wait, is anybody saying I'm right at all?
I don't think so.
Okay, then
I'm
wrong.
Sorry.
If everybody's saying I'm wrong, then I'm wrong.
Right. Jason is saying equally important, which I think he's trying to say that it's both spinning and mass, but I don't buy that.
I don't know what the ratio of importance is. I just think that it certainly has something to do with rotation. I'm not saying maybe centrifugal force is a part of gravity.
But centrifugal force would only make you lighter. With that theory that the spinning has something to do with gravity, spinning on the outside of the planet, say you're standing on the equator, the Earth is spinning, wouldn't it then tend to throw you off the planet, which would make you lighter, which is against gravity? That's the opposite of gravity.
I don't know in a space situation where it's a vacuum. I don't know. Like
I'm talking on Earth. I'm talking here on Earth. You're on the equator, it's spinning, as opposed to being on the North Pole, which is you would get no centrifugal force because you're the North Pole is the pivot point.
Right.
So you're standing there on the North Pole. With your theory, you would weigh more on the North Pole than you would on the equator. Or actually, you would say you would weigh more on the equator because you're saying the spinning makes gravity.
I'm saying it's a part of gravity. And plus, even if you're not in that right location, I think the whole planet has the same amount of gravity.
Yeah, that's just it. It does, regardless of the spin. You're getting a full spin on the equator. You're getting the full, centrifugal force spin standing on the equator. You're getting none of it on the North Pole, yet you weigh exactly the same standing on the equator or the North Pole.
I still think, I can't argue that point because you sound like you're right. So
because I sound like
I'm right. It does
right.
sound right.
Anthony, Isaac Newton was the first scientist to define gravity mathematically when he formulated his law of universal gravitation.
Right.
Okay, the law of gravitation says that gravity is strongest between two very massive objects and gets much weaker as these objects get further apart.
Mass.
We get spit, but it has something to do with the distance, the relationship, how far away you are from them. He doesn't say...
Well, yeah, the gravity gets less the further away you get. That's why, when spaceships leave the Earth's orbit, the further away they get.
But what causes the gravity?
Mass.
But he didn't say that. Isaac Newton is not saying that's what causes gravity.
He's not saying what causes it. He's not saying what causes
makes gravity. That's
what makes gravity is the mass. It's mass.
Or the importance of a situation.
Jason, what's up?
Hey, what's up, fellas?
The gravity of this situation.
I'm back in high school from those, the films that they made you watch in physics class. When you see the solar system start to come together, and everything's always spinning. So, the spinning kind of helps to bring all that mass together, which is what makes the gravity, it's not... the spinning helps to bring all those atoms and everything together over millions of years to make those massive planets and suns and all that stuff.
The spinning is a part of the planets and the way they move and react to each other's gravity.
Right, and
but
it helps to bring that all together.
But it doesn't make the gravity.
No.
The rotation, the speed, everything is how it all wraps up and affects each other's gravity. Every planet in the solar system affects the other one based on its gravity, its rotation, the sun, but it doesn't cause the gravity.
Right.
The gravity is caused by the mass.
The rotation helps to make the orbits. Because you have the sun sitting, when gravity affects the fabric of space-time, and the sun is sitting in the center of it, and all the planets are around it in the big bowl. You got to watch Brian Greene on Nova.
Right,
He's really
the big bowl,
good.
and then it spins around it.
The spinning of the planets is what makes the revolutions possible.
Yeah, because if you just have an object, a giant object.
Well, that
that's
would have
it.
a lot of gravity.
A giant object makes gravity.
So
period.
Things are going to be drawn to it.
Magnetic force is what keeps us from getting sucked into the center of the Earth.
Shut up.
Do you understand what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense just to have a large object is going to have gravity.
I know it doesn't make sense, but it's true. It makes no sense whatsoever that just because something's large gives it this magnetic pull. But that's just the way it is.
That's so sarcastic. I don't even know if I know how to respond to that. Punch it out.
All right, if you take a copper and wrap it up and spin it around magnets, it makes electricity. They don't even know why. They're not even really sure why a generator works, but it just happens. That's what makes it work. There's no explaining it. It's just like mass. For some reason, when something's giant, things get pulled towards it. As opposed to in a singles bar where it's exactly the opposite.
Well, then
the bigger it is, the more you shun it.
That would be why, sometimes when I'm looking for paper clips or things, they're all attached to the front of Ben's pants. Maybe I'm wrong. Can we look up the definition of gravity?
Yeah, why haven't we just gotten that?
You guys...
I'll work on that tonight. I'll put together a whole
You all
report.
realize that this started because you wanted smoothies, right?
Wow. Really?
Smoothies.
How did the smoothie turn into that argument?
I don't know, because then Travis was thin, looking...
Oh, right, because
like
Travis is thin, looking like he grew up on Neptune.
That's why you always got to bear with us on this program. You never know what's going to happen. You never know what turn we're going to take.
People are sending me links to all kinds of definitions on this, and every link I've checked doesn't work. You're just wonderfully retarded people.
How about this? You go to dictionary.com and look up gravity and just see what it says.
Yeah.
Let's go to Dave in Florida. Dave?
Yeah, to shoot down Jim's theory, if the rotation, the space shuttle's in orbit, yet they have no gravity.
What?
The space shuttle. It's going as fast as the Earth spins around, yet there's no gravity on the space shuttle when it's in outer space.
Well, isn't that an atmosphere thing too? Because once you leave the Earth's atmosphere, that's the gravitational pull you're leaving.
Oh, the atmosphere.
That's correct.
Jimmy, the atmosphere has nothing to do with gravity either.
No. But I'm saying it's like once you leave the atmosphere, that's how far the Earth's gravitational pull seems to go. It goes far.
No, it goes really far. Goes to.
But isn't the Challenger?
Really
isn't the space shuttle being held to the Earth in that rotation by the Earth's gravity?
Yeah.
Well, it has a lot to do with escape velocity too.
Oh,
yeah, I know. I was going to say that yesterday.
Yeah.
25,000 miles per hour.
That didn't
by the way.
shoot my the Earth?
No, escape velocity.
Escape velocity.
You plan on going to the moon.
So if you throw a baseball that fast, it'll never hit the ground.
It'll leave Earth's orbit.
It'll probably
it'll do.
It'll probably be eaten up by the atmosphere. And
Guys, can we go back to talking about tits?
Sure.
I want a clear-cut definition
Tits
of gravity.
and their reaction to gravity. Gravity is the enemy of the tit, Opie. If you've noticed, gravity and time, really the enemy of the tit. And I don't think we'll get any argument from that.
No.
Hawk, how about a definition?
Oh, we got it?
Or, can you just think of one? Please, definitely. Give him the mic.
I've just been waiting for you guys to ask me. That's all.
Finally.
Oh, my God. When it comes to physics, Anthony, the natural force of attraction exerted by a celestial body such as Earth upon objects at or near its surface, tending to draw them toward the center of the body.
It does say nothing about spin.
Gravitation,
right.
mass.
All right.
Oh, I know I'm right.
Yeah, I think you are.
Should we take a break?
Wait.
Should we take a break?
No.
Well, the force of attraction between all masses in the universe.
Yeah, I guess
all masses, regardless of them spinning or not.
Well, that's kind of like what I was saying. Because I did acknowledge...
Jimmy, you're never too old to learn something new. Don't take this as something bad. This is a good thing. You're
not
learning.
a good thing.
You're learning.
What I'm learning is I kind of should have shut my face immediately and played it like, well, I'm not too sure, but instead I took the argument. God damn it! If it wasn't for spinning, we'd all be floating. Spinning sucks my dick and it wrecks everything.
Should we talk about the cruise now or what?
Oh, I can't wait.
Here we go.
That's what I need. To take off the sting of my stunning defeat, I need to go for a ride on the River Rose.
The River Rose.
That's where you do some spinning, but it's with a mule between your ass cheeks. And then
what the hell is the River Rose?
I don't know.
This is one of our buddies' boats. Now, I went out on this boat for 4th of July.
You've been on the River Rose?
You went on the River Rose?
Oh.
They have specialty cruises that I have no clue what they are. And he hadn't started doing this yet.
Did you go on the Periwinkle cruise?
No, I wasn't on the Periwinkle cruise. I went on the 4th of July about 4 years ago, I guess. And we went up the East River, right by the United Nations, right where the fireworks are set off, and it was really great. Did some drinking on there, watching the fireworks. It was a really good time.
We should get a booze cruise together for this show.
Yeah.
Thinking about the Bill O'Reilly disaster.
How about the cruise right here?
The River Rose?
The one they're talking about.
They have to change it to the River Tulips on your organ.
Well, apparently, 1 4th of July cruise a year isn't enough to keep the boat going. So we just opened up the boat to various specialty cruises, and I guess one that he's advertising is...
The River Rose is available for alternative lifestyle weddings, engagements, birthdays, or any occasion.
Any occasion.
Basically, no matter where you stick your dick, you can do it on this boat. Midnight cruises, sunset cruises, Sunday tea dances.
Oh, I guess Sunday tea dances.
No, and it's not. It's spelled T-E-A, but I think it's supposed to be just the letter T.
T.
Everybody does those dances. We're leaving quickly. Leaving quickly.
Tea dance.
The Gay Pride Weekend Sunset Cruise. Basically, you can watch the sun go down. Elbow to the ribs.
Sunset. Hey, set your son on this car.
Well, that's right. And then he can set his eyes on his friends' families who appear normal, while yours doesn't. How come there's a mom and dad in that home, and I just have two fellas with bathrobes who cough a lot? All right.
Bathrobes.
He was so excited about his joke.
I know.
That's right.
Those are Japanese fags.
That was more just excitement coming out. He knew he had got a good one.
Breath rolls.
Oh, my breath rolled.
Breath rolled. Yeah, me cough. Gay Pride Weekend Sunset Cruise, Friday, June 24th. Boarding at 6:45 p.m., returns at 11 o'clock p.m.
And God knows what's going to happen during that cruise.
That's right. It's going to be sassy.
Going to have to squeegee the deck off when he gets back.
Cruise the sky. Oh, this is around here. I thought this was in Florida. Cruise the skyline of Manhattan's Statue of Liberty. That's right. Just see which is actually a tranny, the Statue of Liberty.
Tranny. Hi, Daddy.
Hi, Big Dick Daddy. Wave a big thing in the air. Aboard the River Rose, sailing from the World's Fair Marina in Queens. There's free parking there. Our Sunset Cruise features guest DJs to the sounds of 70s, 80s, 90s, disco classics, house music, salsa merengue, cash bar with bar specials, beer, wine, mixed drinks. Ron B. as Tina Turner.
Oh, no.
That's right. What a shock. Female impersonator. We'll host a show featuring Miss Mess performing a salute to disco. Be sure to get your tickets early and there's 3 exclamation points.
Of course.
Which means they're going fast. $35.
Venereal disease in the Navy.
Drop down to your knees. $35 in advance on our site.
Put your dick in another man.
Stick it in his can. In the Navy.
In the Navy. Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
That's a ball bag on ass.
And my ass is black and blue. They want you.
I'll suck off a Puerto Rican or a Jew. Oh. All right, so be sure to hop on the HIB cruise. $35 in advance or $40 at Dockside.
Oh, Dockside.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I heard that wrong.
I love the website. www.divasdamesanddykes.com.
You know what you're getting when you go there.
divasdamesanddykes.com.
Yeah. Woo! In the Navy.
Catch the HIV.
Yes. So he's doing gay cruises, obviously.
Yes, our friend
wonderful.
Who ironically has a gay porno mustache. Will be fine.
Yes, he does.
They're going to say everyone that gets on the boat with Billy is going to didn't I see you in 1978 in a film? No, you're going to be somebody else.
I just can't picture him on this cruise. Does he
I'm
go,
sure.
or does he just send the boat out by itself, leave it to his own devices?
I bet he goes. He probably ties his shirt in a little fucking bow in the front and wears Speedos and a pair of sneakers with no socks. Oh, he's a queen. All right, divasdamesandDykes.com, or you can email divasdamesdykes@aol.com.
Mm-hmm.
And it's June 24th,
that sounds wonderful.
a Friday night, and it should be a nice cruise. I've actually cruised around in the boats, not this particular one.
No?
But, yeah, it's actually
You went on
cool.
a gay cruise?
I certainly didn't.
Oh, okay.
It was the Comedy Cellar cruise.
We should get a booze cruise together, though.
Squeegee the deck. It looks like a bunch of white jellyfish behind the behind the boat. Just chasing it.
Oh. Hey, somebody spilled silicone implants all over the place. No.
Hey, everyone wants to talk about gravity. We're done with the gravity.
And by the
thing.
way, you don't have to squeegee the deck. Just ask the guests to lick the floor before they get off the boat.
Let's go to. All right, we'll take one more because it's always fun to take a call from Alabama.
All right, Alabama.
Les, what's up?
Yeah, Joe. Answer to your rotation gravity deal.
Yeah, deal.
It's the core. It's the core that causes the gravity. The rotation of the core is what causes the gravity. The rotation of the core of the sun is what causes gravity to the sun. The core of the earth spins rotation, and it causes gravity in the earth. So the mass of the core is what causes the gravity.
Where did you hear this, sir?
I watch National Geographic, and I watch them nature shows and shows all the time.
Yeah, I hear you.
So you're saying that while it is a mass that has gravity...
Yeah.
Now he's listening to himself.
It's the core.
So he's saying that the core of the mass is what causes the gravity in the mass.
My beloved core!
Is what causes the gravitational pull.
So Anthony's right when he says that the mass has it, But you're saying it's the rotation of the core.
It's the rotation of the
that causes a mass to have it.
I will not buy this man's explanation because there are massive bodies in space that have gravity and no core whatsoever. What about giant meteors in the meteor belt that are just hunks of iron and they have gravity?
And the meteor belt, they're held there by the...
I'm not talking about what they're held there by, but they themselves, if they're big enough and have enough mass, they have gravity.
But they have a core. They have a core.
No, they don't. They're just huge chunks of iron.
But then again, wait a minute.
The Earth has an independent core that rotates. You ever watch the Journey to the Center of the Earth?
He's getting his info from Journey to the Center of the Earth.
The only thing I will say, though, is when you look at something like... a neutron star.
Yes. Journey to the Center of the Earth when they dropped all them bombs to restart the core of the Earth.
Right.
Okay. When they restarted the core of the Earth, remember at the beginning of the movie, they had all kinds of bad storms, and they had the problem with the gravitational pull. When they restarted the core of the Earth...
Then there's a giant lizard... There's a giant lizard there?
No, I'm talking about the newest version.
What about...
When they used that...
What about when they shot that spaceship into the person's body, when they made it real teeny tiny, and they had to go through his heart, and then the blood cells was trying to eat him like they was so much vittles?
No, it is the core. It is the rotation of the core that causes the gravity.
All right. Thank you, Les.
Thank you.
My only thing is...
Physics with Larry the Cable Guy.
One of the things I have... Now, this might be a mass thing.
Yeah.
But when a star collapses on itself and becomes a black hole,
boy.
what sucks things into it is the intense gravity, and that is... I know there's tremendous spin there, which brings things in. That's why I'm thinking...
it's just the mass.
But is there
it's the mass in such a small area. If you take the mass of a huge sun and squeeze it down to the size of a softball, the gravity coming off of that softball is going to be as much as the gravity was off of the huge sun.
Right.
But in the size of a softball, it's going to suck everything in like a drain.
I still think that the rotation...
You love the rotation, don't you?
I don't know why I'm stuck on that. I've read a lot about it. I've listened to a lot of astronomy shows. I don't know why I'm thinking it goes into it.
All right. Why don't we take a break?
I'm scared.
You're scared.
Where's my smoothie?
Yeah, this all started with the stupid smoothie order.
Who's outside?
Bedelia, where's my cake, you bitch? Bedelia! Danny's laughing. Creep Show. Great movie.
Did you know that
I bought a gerbil at the petting zoo. If Richard Gere can do it, I can too. I get undressed, I start to lube. I stick the gerbil in the end of the tube, wondering just how he'll feel. Will he like it better than his little wheel? Careful now, he's right beside me. One more inch and he's inside me. Go, gerbil, go. Burrow harder, burrow deeper. Be my little chimney sweeper. One thing I forgot about. How am I supposed to get you out? So now my gerbil's on Easy Street. It's warm and cozy and there's plenty to eat. The situation is beyond my control. Gotta find a way to get him out of his hole. I try crowbars, I try wires. I almost hurt him with a pair of pliers. I try cheese, but he's not biting. I wish this wasn't so exciting. Go, gerbil, go. Jesus, I am such a sucker. Please get out, you furry. I think I am getting ill. Suddenly, he's very, very still. gerbil died. I guess I have committed gerbicide. Here's some advice, it's very clear cut. If you love your gerbil, don't stick him up your butt. Don't stick him up your butt. Little furry gerbil in your booty hole.
All right.
Wow.
The Gerbil Song.
Thank you.
Sweetie, look, I spilled the ball.
You gotta respect that.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Disgusting.
Oh, God. These two are still at it. Now it has something to do with atoms, Anthony?
What do you think?
Yes. Yes. Gravity. Each particle of matter attracts every other particle. That's what happens. You get atoms are naturally attracted to others. So if you put enough of them in one place, in one object, they are going to want to pull other atoms toward them.
Atoms attracted to atoms. That sounds like
So
Billy's
it's-
boat cruise.
Very good.
All right.
Can
So
we move on?
I was incorrect.
Oh, bananery. Remember when the Fonz couldn't say wrong?
Wrong, yeah.
Couldn't say it was wrong. What a great episode.
How many of these Nexiums are you supposed to take, and how often? This
Whole bottle every hour.
sounds good.
I got a great amount of respect for him. He was great in his time, but I think this is our time now. You're gonna get Kevin killed. You better stop.
Yeah, this is Tyson.
Saturday. Tyson fight.
Yeah, and they're just saying he's just a mellow dude now. But basically, I guess this was...
Fighting a big Irish guy.
Yeah, Kevin McBride, and this is his
Hey.
advisor, I guess, basically saying that, it's their time.
By there, he means Whitey? Yeah. Is that what he means?
It's time for another white fighter to do well?
Yeah.
Who was the last one?
Gentleman Jim Corbett. I have no idea. It's going back to the 1800s.
Maybe Jerry Cooney.
Jerry Cooney.
Warren?
Isn't that funny? He's a white guy. Have that name.
I got a great amount of respect for him. He was great in his time, but I think this is our time now. You're gonna get Kevin killed. You better stop.
Kevin killed. Get him a kill.
You better stop. Just go sit down. Just go sit down and say have a good fight. Listen, I've been working with Kevin for 2.5 years. I've never seen him prepare himself like he has. I'm gonna gut him like a fish. Sit down.
Sit down.
I'm gonna gut him like a fish.
And you know Kevin's probably going, Ixnay on the speech A.
Yeah, shut the...
Utshay up, yay.
Shut up.
Yeah.
That face you're making.
Yeah,
Shut up.
upsetting Igor in A.
Oh, God.
What? I didn't say a word.
Ooh yay, are yay, issing pay off yay, e they igernay.
I understood only one word of that.
Anthony, it's Gamefly.com. I was just reading the paper today. No, was it? I was trying to remember what magazine it was. Damn it. Was it in the paper today? Talking about another Tomb Raider coming out.
Oh, yeah? I heard they tamed down her boobs in it.
Her hotness?
Yeah, they made her boobs smaller in it because they didn't want it to be sexist, and they want girls to be able to play it and not feel intimidated by Lara Croft's big boobies.
I was a big fan of the Tomb Raider series for a while there. And then it got to be the same old thing. And then I heard they were changing the, what are they called? Like the engine?
Yeah, they had to update it. It was ridiculous. It's very old.
I guess the new one is, there's a buzz on the new Tomb Raider game with Lara Croft. And you know what? I'm going to be honest, Anthony. That's going to be one of the games I'm going to try out and not buy.
Going to try it?
Yeah, I'm going to do
Gamefly?
I'm going to do the whole Gamefly.com and try out the new Lara Croft game.
It's easy, Opie, and you could actually pick another game you want to check out. You have 2 games out at a time at Gamefly. You keep them as long as you want with none of those late fees. And if you decide now you like the game, you just click Keep It in your game queue, and you'll get the mint condition box and manual delivered to you, all at a great member discount. How about that? Only costs $21.95 a month. You can start with a free 2-week trial, no commitments, cancel anytime you want. Start playing all the latest releases, all those games you wanted to play, at Gamefly.com. Over 2,500 titles to choose from. Got them for all the platforms, Xbox, PS2, GameCube, GBA, DS, the new PSP. 2 games at a time, no shipping charges either way, and keep the games as long as you want with no late fees. That's how easy it is. All the games you want. Go to Gamefly.com/XM. That's Gamefly.com. Hey. I'm so engrossed right now in stupid Star Wars Galaxies. I bought the upgrade, and now last night I started my Jedi quest. I'm questing to be a Jedi, so that should be done in 4 months.
Really? It takes that long?
It takes 4 months, something like that. It's ridiculous. They put you on a schedule of these phases that you have to do certain things in certain phases, and the phases are on like 4-week intervals that you got to do these things in, and there's 5 of them. It just takes forever. Friggin' game. It's like a job.
I thought I was spending too much time playing Hot Shots 4.
Oh, no.
I'm a month into the game.
No, you got to get into the real crack. No. Massive online, massive multiplayer.
I'm still smoking the video pot.
That's what you're doing?
Yeah.
Game pot?
Game pot, I should say.
Little taste.
Video game pot, I'm up
I went from video game booze, a couple of arcade games of Pac-Man, things like that, back when I was a kid. Then I went to the pot, where I picked up an Atari and used to play some of those games on the home Atari.
That's where the addiction started.
Started there.
Little video game pot.
But once your PC became available, I was right on the heroin. Just mainlining into my retina. Just every game I could get my hands on.
Someone wants to know if you ever got your wizard robe.
Yes, I did. EverQuest 2. I was questing for my wizard robe. That wasn't that hard, though.
When you get the robe, can you make it into any colors you like?
Some of them you can.
Can you make it into a periwinkle robe?
No, I think there was periwinkle in it. To tell you the truth,
with a hole cut in the back at ass level.
I think there was periwinkle in it. Yeah. But you don't want to change the color because you want to go around and let people know that that's the robe that you quested for and actually achieved. Then people go, ooh. There was a case I just read the other day in China, where a man just was convicted and given a life sentence for murdering a friend of his because the friend had gone on to his online game, some big online game in China that's the same as EverQuest, and found out that his friend, who he had lent his account to for a little while, sold for real money one of the online weapons that the guy had collected, this sword that he apparently had been questing for months and months, and his friend sold it for actual money. And his buddy went over his house, they got into an argument, and he killed him with a real sword. Took a real sword and killed him.
What was the game show where you hit your opponent and all of an expression comes over its face?
Fantasy game.
I want to see what it looked like when someone happy or perplexed.
So, people take these things very seriously. So when you quest for a robe or an armor item and you actually get it, you wear it proudly and people look at it and go, wow, he actually worked for that.
All right, let's go to Corey. Hey, Corey, what's up?
What's up, guys? What's up, Fat Pitt?
I'm eating.
Hello?
Anthony, and I have some really bad news for you, bro.
Yeah.
It takes a hell of a lot longer than 4 months to get Jedi.
I think that's the minimum you could do it in is 4 months.
Minimum if you play like 24 hours a day. The deal is that you unlock the 4 branches.
Yeah.
But in order to actually progress up the branches, you have to earn XP. So
and the XP is a ridiculously inflated level for Jedi.
What you do is you cash in your regular XP and it converts at like a 6-to-1 scale or 3-to-1 scale. So for every 6 points of XP, you get 1 for Jedi.
It's 1-to-1 for a bounty hunter combat exp.
I wouldn't know that because I'm not a bounty hunter.
I would, asshole! Ha ha! Hang up on Corey. I just beat him. I'm a bounty hunter. I'm such a faggot.
Let's go to JR.
Hey, guys.
Hey, JR.
Love the show. Been listening to you guys for 3 months. Just wanted to thank you for keeping some of us fat people thin with your laughs, getting us six-packs for a while.
Ah, there you go. Spread the virus for us. Tell your friends.
Spread the virus, guys. Thank you.
All right, there you go.
Tell them it's fatty you know.
What is this? AJ in Connecticut. AJ.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey.
And I want to know if you've ever bought any online gaming currency with real money.
I've earned everything I play for online, my friend.
Wait, what?
What?
No, have you really?
Hold on. What's that about, Ant?
People have sold things that they have earned online on eBay for huge amounts of money.
But how do you make that transaction?
You go on to various websites, or you go to eBay. eBay's really kind of put a stop to it because Sony, who puts the games out, was really getting pissed off. But you go there. It says what server it's on, and you find the server that you're on. You pay the guy the money. He finds you online and gives you the Rolls Royce that you ordered.
Wait a minute.
Then your sword breaks
So
down.
now you got this newbie that knows nothing how to play with this uber character that's like...
This is really going on?
Oh, yeah.
So
dude, thousands of dollars people have
All right,
paid.
so let's say you're an expert at one of these games, and you got all these weapons that take, what, months to get?
Years sometimes, or full characters. They've leveled people up to, like, level 70.
All right, so you're playing this game, and you know what you're doing, and you level everything up, and you
Here's
get...
one. $1,000 for a Dark Jedi Knight on the Gorath server with over 10 million credits.
All
That's
right.
dollars.
So
what
now,
do you do with that?
So wait.
You play, and now you go on there and you kick everyone's ass.
Now
you're the big guy on campus.
Now your status is way up. Hold on, I want to follow this with Anthony. So now you make the deal in the real world on eBay, what have you.
Yeah.
And then you decide, all right, we're gonna meet in this virtual world.
Yeah.
At the.
So you meet me at the starport.
At the starport. There you go. So there, the character comes walking up to you, and then you hand over what you had.
Yeah. Then you make a trade there and hand over the goods.
Messed up.
Yeah.
People are buying self-esteem. They
Wow,
wanna
that
be the
guy
big
is
man.
badass. Come on, look. He's got the double-edged lightsaber, double-bladed lightsaber, Dark Jedi. $500 for that character? Sold.
So you've never done this?
No, I've never bought. Once in EverQuest, someone gave me a jaundice bone bracer, which was able to cast a pretty good spell. I got that for free.
That is really
But
interesting.
I never bought anything.
They should monitor this, and anybody who would pay for one of these characters should be summarily executed because you have nothing to contribute to society.
Yeah, but it's not.
Granted, I paid for feces. I know there's something inconsistent there.
You know what it is? If you could pay some money and then be the baddest ass motherfucker in this group of people you're playing with, why wouldn't you do that if you're a nerdy guy with some money?
Because it's fun to earn. It's a game.
I know. Some people find it fun to earn. Other people who have maybe been spit on their whole life and beat up in school now can be a Dark Jedi with a double-bladed lightsaber is kicking ass all over the game. That's who he wants to be.
I'd like to buy that character.
I don't condone it,
and
by
then
the way.
Kill it immediately.
Delete.
That's right. $1,000. Buy level 70. Eat my ass, Game Boy sissy.
This topic comes up a lot about people living their lives in the virtual world instead of in the real world, and I see nothing wrong with it.
Some people's lives suck. Why not just dive in head first?
If you're getting satisfaction out of it, why not go outside and
You
play?
can socialize. You can get into battles. You can team up with people. Live your life online. What is that item?
You're bidding on 2 Jedi characters and their weapons.
Ooh, look at the lightsaber and everything.
How much are they, Hawk?
This one's $300.
$300. That's so crazy. Let's go to Matt in Cleveland. Matt?
What's going on, guys?
Hey.
Hey, Anthony.
Yeah.
Stop while you're ahead. SWG is dead anymore. Don't even bother with it.
Nah, you know something? It really was, and I was off of it for quite a while. And then I got the jump to light speed, and it's pretty cool. I'm kind of digging it again, and I'm noticing other people were coming back to it, so I'm giving it a try again. Screw
I'll
it.
tell you what. Take your time. Put it into WoW. You'll thank me later.
Yeah, World of Warcraft. I know.
Oh,
I've heard
my
good
God.
things about that.
All right.
But then I heard good things about that friggin' Cities of Heroes, and that stunk.
Well, Cities of Villains is coming out soon here anyway.
Yeah, that game blew it for me. Very monotonous.
Have you ever spent more than 3 hours playing a video game?
Holy shit. 3 hours?
He does that in his
3
sleep.
hours is a rush. I don't even sit down for 3 hours.
Yeah.
3 hours? I could play the entire time I'm not here.
Anthony,
I can play. No problem.
How many hours are in your day? Because I'm starting to add it up in my head.
Let me think.
You do at least 6-7 hours of gaming a day. Then you have to, keep up on your knowledge.
17 hours is my whole day.
17 hours?
I am conscious for 17 hours a day, 4 of which are spent here. The rest goes to games. and some research. Every so often I'll shut down the game and go, I'm interested in this subject.
Do you have sex, too, somewhere in there?
Oh, that's, of course.
All right.
Right.
Let's go to...
Hope that big, delicious thing isn't going to waste.
Let's go to Micah.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
What's your name, first of all?
It's Micah.
Micah, what's up?
Micah.
No, not the Micah.
Hi, I'm Baba. This is Billa and Peter.
What's up?
He goes, you hear?
Hey,
Oh, man.
You sound like a real cocksucker.
I got the Galaxies about a year ago, but I made about $10,000 out of that game in real life cash selling in-game credits.
In real life?
Yes, all through PayPal.
So you would get a bunch of money in the game, a bunch of credits.
Yep.
And then go online and say selling 1 million credits for
usually about $10 or $12.
For $10 or $12, and you've sold.
I sold over $10,000, whether it was accounts or credits. I sold over $10,000 worth of real life cash of stuff in that game.
Quickly, without getting into boring details, how would you make that much money online in the game?
In the game, very easily, especially with Star Wars, where you can do such high-level crafting and so much crafting at once. When Jump to Lightspeed came out, by selling the stuff for starships and stuff like that, I made basically about 1.8 billion credits in about a week.
Where'd you get your resources?
We had a lot of accounts. We set up tons of harvesters and just dumped it all down at once.
Jesus. It's a
Yeah,
conspiracy.
it's crazy.
There's organized crime going on in these games.
That's
There's a
amazing.
mafia of the game.
All right, real fast. Anthony in Jersey, we're running out of show here. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying that a lot of people that I know buy a currency on eBay for in-game. I play WoW, and they have like the super elite mount, and it's 1,000 gold, and I don't really have too much time to play with work and a girlfriend. So I went online, I went to the website, I found my server, and I purchased the 1,000 gold. And then within 5 minutes, I had this woman from Korea call me, confirming my order while I'm at work. The next thing I know, I get mailed the money in-game. I come home, I log on, I have $1,000 from some crazy character, because they can never spell out, like, real names. It's all like JHHJK.
So your whole transaction took place through Korea?
Well, you know, not,
Yeah.
not really, but basically what we say is me and my friends that we all have sponsor children in Korea. That's where our money went to. We adopted a child who gave us 1,000 gold in World of Warcraft.
God, I had no idea this was going on.
Yeah,
No
the
clue.
whole industry.
All over the place.
The whole industry.
Impulsive.
How much is that?
$850.
$850 for a Dark Jedi Knight? I might have to buy a Jedi. I'm kidding, of course.
Buy a Jedi, Ant.
I'm not going to buy a Jedi.
Why waste 4 months?
You know why? Because the newbies buy something, and then you could tell they bought it because they stink with the weapons. They get up there, and they just stink up the joint. Wind up getting people killed on missions.
All right, we have time for a quick round of What Did We Learn on the Opie and Anthony program. Ben's raw ass, what's up?
Hey.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
I just wanted to say today I learned that the limping Jamaican was dead throughout the whole movie.